test your might.
Yeah, when you guys have kids, if you have kids, are you going to beat them?
No.
I will. Yeah.
No. You will?
I will beat my kids, yes.
That's messed up. It's messed up.
I like punch them in the face, but I mean, like, the spank.
It's barbaric.
No, that's how you learn.
It's barbarism.
You don't understand barbarism. I always wonder, why is it barbarianism?
Isn't that racist to barbarians?
I don't know.
For truth and justice.
There is no justice.
Yo, you looking for a blow up? You already know what podcast name you need to throw up. It's KTP, bitch. Well, being good is a must. Cop out option selects, they get stuffed. So what's up in 16-bit? K7 and slips, Kombat 2, man. You know what it is. Sitting high on top of the summit. Podcasts that think they're safe, yet full combo punish, so come stay. Whether injustice or MK, we doing it all day. So say hello to the special guest. You know what's next. Sit down, stretch your cerebral cortex, or get caught in Scorpion's vortex. Smack by Selena's jump too, or hit with Victor's tech. All frauds get checked. This is not a test. So sit and rest, breathe deep in your chest, and get a load of the best podcast on the net.
Hello, loyal audience. As most of you know from the thread last week, it's going to be our last show for a while. We are going on hiatus for some different reasons. We've all agreed the show's kind of run its course for now. We got other shit going. So it's going to be our last one for a while. You guys got anything to add to that?
No, we'll be back someday, sometime, when you least expect it.
When the time is right.
Right, yeah.
But for what it's worth, I think we did some good this go around. The game was in a very negative place when we started doing it. And now I think it's in a very good place. It's the dawn of a new era with MLG on the horizon. It's the 1-year anniversary of Injustice. Let's get into this show.
Yeah, April 16th, that's when we're recording right now, is the exact 1-year anniversary. I played this game 2 years now. I played it for a year working on it, then I played it for a year as a competitor, and I still play every day. It's pretty impressive.
It's a fun game.
Yeah, I think I could easily go, 1 more year, let's do it, and longer.
Something has to be said for NRS, like, to play a game a year later and still have a lot of fun with it. Like, a lot of games can't do that.
Yeah, I'm still learning new stuff all the time. Just playing it, GGA's last night in casuals, I had a couple notes I put on my phone and tested today and stuff. I don't even feel I'm close to maxing out my character. Good times.
What do you think of, like, the growing pains? Like, early on, people were like, it's not like MK, it sucks, there's no anti-airs. And now people are, like, more accepting of it.
Yeah, I think we all hopefully learned a lesson. I did in development. I thought the same thing everyone else said. And then we kind of figured it out. Now everyone's kind of figured it out. I actually just saw a status update right now, literally right before we recorded, with Frothy Omen saying, I'm getting back into the game. LOL, I forgot it has no footsies. Really? And then Zyfox blew him up. And it's like, not only is Zyfox correct, that's literally all Flash does. So, he's right, How outdated? How behind the times are you?
Yeah, it's just a different type of footsies.
It's not even really that different. It's relatively traditional once you get good at the game.
I said it a long time ago. The game's gonna start off with zoning and spamming the cheap moves, and eventually when everyone figures out how to beat the cheap moves and the spamming, and then you get it down to the footsies, and the down twos got pumped up so the anti-airs are better. So there are more footsies now. So, and that's fun. Footsies are good.
I like how the game has evolved from when it first started. Like, the wake-ups were way different. Like, it feels just like this is the way it should be.
Yeah, it was super hard to do wake-up attack.
I hated that. I
Yeah.
couldn't get shit out. But we had a tournament last weekend. Let's get into that. Civil War. Saw Jupiter winning with Martian Manhunter. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I watched, I'd say about half of it. Probably 75% of the pools. And then just the grand finals. And, I was really impressed by Jupiter. Especially in the grand finals. As someone who just played Sonic Fox, it's really easy. Everyone knows Sonic Fox's weakness. We all know what makes him good and what his weaknesses are. But exploiting them, it's really easy to say, oh, you just hold down, LOL, he'll kill himself. But doing it is harder than it looks. And I've never seen anyone exploit those weaknesses better and more cleanly than Jupiter. I was really impressed. That was absolute. He just surgically tore him down. I thought it was a masterful performance. Jupiter's best showing to date. I kind of watch the break off and on because I'm usually playing when it's on, but sometimes I watch the archives when it's something really good, and I've never seen Jupiter play that well, in my opinion.
Yeah,
he's
he's getting ridiculous, man.
Yeah, I definitely think Martian is probably better than we let on a few months ago, but also Jupiter is extremely good.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't think Sonic Fox just went nuts and he just threw it away.
No,
I just think
that's not
he
what I
just
was
got
implying.
beat.
Yeah, I agree.
I just think you could, like, Jupiter was just blocking everything. He blocked, like, the traditional Sonic Fox's, jump attack into the overhead. And he always blocked it. He didn't fall for it at all. Sonic Fox, whenever he puts you in a vortex, it looked like Jupiter scouted him out. And he realized that Sonic Fox likes to go low. He loves going low, because even if he guesses wrong, sometimes he feels he can mash out that uppercut and still vortex. So he didn't give a fuck. He was like, I'm going to block low. I don't give a shit about this. Like, he had a game plan, and it massively succeeded. He stuffed Sonic Fox's bat wheel, which is not easy at all. That is fucking hard, sir.
Yeah, I have a tier list in my head, a 3-tiered list of how I rate stuffing wake-ups, like level 1, level 2, level 3 with my character's stuff. And I consider Batwheel to be level 3 difficulty, the hardest level difficulty. So I was really impressed by that. That was awesome.
Martian's probably, he's probably best in the game. Not Cabal, but he's best in the game. But Jupiter just looks good. Like, Martian's pretty ridiculous, but at the same time, Jupiter's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
So, someone that knows the matchups that well, someone that likes the game and plays it that much to be able to stuff Batwheel, to have a game plan like that, to do the crazy combos that he does. He deserves, I would, at least 50%, if not more, than it's LOL, MMH, Martian, her, derp, derp. Like, he is good.
Yeah.
A lot of people in that thread were getting on Martian Manhunter like he's OP. I think it's just a combination of the awesome player with an awesome character.
Yeah.
I agree, and yet, at the end of the day, we still had that unbeatable free pool upset. He was sent to he ended up winning, but he was sent to losers by Astronaut. So even then, even with Martian, even with this great player, we're still seeing those random upsets. So I see people all the time say, oh, Jupiter's going to win MLG for free. Theo's going to win MLG for free. Are we learning nothing? Like, yes, he didn't end up winning this one, but actually, Sid the Haze did not do bad against him either. If Sid the Haze had played a little bit differently, Jupiter would have got 9th.
Yeah, I remember that. It was really close.
That was fairly close. He was up one game, and then he had the second game, but he did a clashable combo instead of unclashable.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible in an alternate universe Jupiter got 9th at Civil War. So let's not go ape shit with so-and-so's going to win for free. It's over. Why bother? We've learned many times in both games that doesn't always pan out. That said, Jupiter is definitely one of the best right now.
I mean, literally about a month ago, or maybe a month and a half, we were having a discussion of, LOL, this game's random. This game's so dumb, like, no one can consistently win. And so, things are starting, I mean, just, Theo's dominating. Jupiter looked pretty good, looked pretty dominant. I mean, and he dominated Sonic Fox, who dominated Final Round.
In Atlanta, Pig is dominating, and in Chicago, Max is dominating.
Yeah, so, I mean, like I said, you give the game time, the really good players with really good characters will emerge, and you will see that the game is not just LOL random, the game's just super simple and broken and random. Anyone can win, anyone can play. No. We'll see. It looks like this is the beginning of the good players breaking away, where the men become the boys.
Yeah, right now it makes sense.
Or the boys become the men.
It makes sense that it would start locally, because this is such a matchup knowledge heavy game. Those guys are learning their local matchups, and they're getting upset. If Max used to be upset about maybe once every 4 weeks, he'd get upset by someone, and it's happening less and less. He's winning more consistently. Same with Theo, same with Jupiter, same with Pig. As they learn their local matchups, and then they're going to go to regionals, and they're still going to be upset. Then they're going to go to majors, and they're going to still be upset. But we'll see in a year from now. That's going to be the real test. Like we saw Jupiter went to NEC, and he lost. He didn't even get out of pools. But as he's improved, he's now winning the break almost every week. He goes to a regional. He does get upset. He does get, quote, randomed out. Not to say that it's like a problem with the game. He just got upset. But then he still prevailed throughout the whole tournament. Had it been at this point in time in an MLG, he'd more susceptible to those upsets. But as he improves and learns more matchups and more player matchups, it's going to be more consistent. It makes total sense that it's going to spread out across almost like a map spreading out the top tierness. And don't forget that's what those people have in common, by the way. Let's not stand on ceremony here. What Jupiter, Max, Pig, Theo all have in common that they play top tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or who we perceive to be top tier, at least. Let's be honest, top tier.
Yeah. And, I think the other beautiful thing about this is, in MK, you really only, if you played a good character, you really only needed to learn maybe 4 or 5 matchups, and then pretty much everyone else you just played the same. But this game, because every character is so vastly different, you gotta learn about 15 matchups. You gotta make sure you know your punishes, you gotta make sure, what angle you're down to is the best at, where the best spacing is, and then your reads, you gotta learn how to blow up their wake-ups, which ones you can start, there's this game, the skill, I guess you could say, of the dash blocking is gone, the anti-airs and stuff like that, but the matchup knowledge, it really banks on the intelligence of a player, which is good. It's a different style.
Well, it's interesting.
We saw Carl. Carl took Kung Lao, and no one could handle Kung Lao. No one could handle Carl's speed.
Yeah.
And now we have a different game You know, Carl's still trying to play as fast as he can. He's using characters like Doomsday, Scorpion, kind of Batman-ish. He's trying to use Martian. But in the end, like, you can't just pick anyone and just do whatever the hell you want. Like, even Carl is gonna have to, he's gonna have to learn matchups hard, you know, he's gonna have to learn shit. Like, that's the beauty of this game. Really caters to how much work and research you put into it. And the other thing is, MK9, for a year, we didn't even have frame data.
Yeah.
I mean, we even have the frame data in this game. At least now. Maybe we didn't in the first few months. A lot of them were wrong, but we even have the frame data now. We have, everything is on right in front of us. And we're still learning shit.
Do you think this game has evolved faster than MK9?
Yeah, to an
It has.
extent. Yeah, definitely.
And it's interesting that the road to, you know, win the top players with the top tier characters, become dominant, it hasn't really sped up that much. At least it doesn't feel like it.
It's going to be interesting as we go to EVO, seeing all these dominant regions like clash again.
Yeah. It'll be interesting when Fox, Jupiter, Theo, Max, Pig, they all start meeting up in the top 8. Like, that'll be some Clash of the Titan shit.
Throwing these oddball characters. Are they going to know what to do with Digit? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
These
that's
big upsets.
right.
It's an exciting time for Injustice.
Even though we're going on hiatus and the game's in a good place, don't let it go back to that black hole of a scene that we were headed to before.
Shit.
Yeah, like, that shit sucked. We had podcasts left and right where we have players, all they're pretty much doing is just yelling and tearing about how they don't know how to fight a character. We're yelling and tearing, crying about the matchups they don't understand, the matchups they actually have to work in, the matchups they have to just do something besides their Yomi level 1 shit. Don't buy into that shit. Don't fucking listen to just anyone.
We know who you're talking about.
Yeah, just the next time, like, fucking Dave and Playing to Win and or Tom, whoever it is, and they start going on tangents about this is dog shit. Think for yourself. They don't know any better than any one of you. Don't be a sheep. Come to your own conclusions. When people make these podcasts, when people say this stuff, they're gonna present it to you as facts. But don't look at it like that. Look at it as they are presenting an idea to you, and it's up to you to research it. Don't be just so easily corrupted. Like, we're Americans, goddammit. We think for ourselves.
Are you saying M2 Dave is Hitler?
I can see that.
Well, he's Russian.
Well, exactly. I mean, he's
the enemy.
He's comes from those communists, and they're all, you know, a collective, you know, mind or whatever. They're like ants or some shit.
Like the
What?
Borg?
Yeah, they're like the Borg. So, that's
Don't
what
be
I'm
like
saying.
the Borg.
Don't be like the Borg. Don't be like the Germans in the 1940s.
Yeah.
Think for yourself.
Give it some time. Let things develop. This is our game, goddammit. Don't destroy it.
Hitler was really convincing. He's super passionate. He was always yelling. He used good words. Words are powerful. But your own brain is more powerful. Trust yourself. That's all I ask.
You think Hitler was like a good speaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
he's got
all
a whole country behind him.
All the footage I've seen about him, and he's just fucking yelling and shit. Like,
You don't even know what the hell he's saying.
I know, but could you, like, if someone was just yelling all the time, would you get behind that?
I mean, you like wrestling.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, weren't you just talking about how tight Ultimate Warrior is?
Yeah.
I mean, he just yelled.
Yeah, but he looked cool.
Hitler looked cool. He had that mustache.
That's not cool.
Yeah, you're right.
He ruined that mustache.
Imagine if
Better off
Obama was, like, more black and he was yelling and shit.
What?
Yeah.
What? More black.
More black?
Yeah, I mean, he talks all sophisticated and shit. Just imagine if he had a little more
Dude!
edginess in him.
Like, if he was ghetto.
If he had a touch more ghetto-ness.
I don't think people would like that.
Either way. I mean, if he was a good, like, if he is a sophisticated speaker, like, uses big words, he talks pretty clearly, doesn't stutter very much.
He stutters all the time.
Well, yeah, he has been lately. He didn't
always
early
had-
on.
No,
he
he
did
always
early
had-
on.
I think he's
No,
a good
no, he's-
speaker.
In the
I think-
debates,
no, I
he
think
was
he's
pretty, like, smooth.
Yeah.
No, I think he's great too, but, I mean, he does stutter.
He does now, yeah.
Who do you think's
Well,
better
he always
speaker?
says,
Yeah, he's like,
Who do you think's a better speaker, Obama or Hitler?
I don't understand what Hitler's saying.
If you took, like, the mannerisms of Hitler and just put them in, like, you know, the energy of Hitler and, like, you planted all that in Obama and, you know, Obama speaking English, you'd be like, damn, Obama's fucking serious, man. He must know what's up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he's on the inside, you know, he's the government. He must know, you know, all the intelligence going on in the world. You would just assume, like, damn, shit must be serious. Like, that's your leader. So, yeah.
Did you know
You
the
don't
Bible?
have leader. There's no leader in this community.
Did you know the Bible predicted Hitler?
I don't believe that.
That's like a big thing, though. Have you heard that?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Somewhere in the Bible, it predicted Hitler.
I don't know what you're referring to, but it sounds like bullshit to me.
I just heard it.
Also, how hard is it to predict,
A crazy dictator.
a crazy dictator? That's like,
I don't know.
Wow, that's
I just
really
heard it. Thought I'd throw that out there.
no.
Don't buy it.
No. Well, I don't buy anything in the Bible. It's the biggest bill of goods ever.
I don't get, like, how people followed him. Like,
What do you mean?
the people were, like, right underneath him.
I don't see how they did that.
I don't
fucked up
see how
shit.
they got away with the Holocaust, man.
Yeah,
Like, how on earth, as just people, like, you're just killing millions of people? Like,
terribly, too.
like, how could you do that? That's fucked up.
You make it so the enemy is not human. You're not murdering people. You're murdering subhumans.
How delusional do you have to be?
People are sheep, man. It's not hard. It happens all throughout history.
Well, I think it got to the point where they were scared to go against him, right?
You get the people that don't agree get pushed aside. You have other yes men, people that are easily influenced or are crazy themselves. It makes sense to me. It's not the first time. It's happened in the past 100 years. It'll happen
Why are
again.
people so dumb?
People need to conform to function. People want a leader.
Yeah, most people are followers.
Yeah, most people are followers by nature.
Yeah, for sure. There's few leaders.
Right.
Be a leader.
Not even be a leader, just question authority. I mean, I'm sorry, but if I'm killing people, if I'm the one turning on the showers, if I'm the one turning the knob for the oven, you're literally shoving human beings in an oven! Come on!
I mean, you just get beaten in your head that they're not people.
Just following orders.
Yeah.
That's dog shit. when those people are reacting how you would probably react, I think you would feel a little like maybe this is bullshit. Maybe it's just me. Like, I question all authority.
I think, aside though, there's a slight difference between maybe overhyping Scorpion and the Holocaust. I'm just saying.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in some ways, it was kind of the same thing.
The same mindset is there, though.
Yeah. It's really not that far off.
I voted yes to ban him, too.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, you're from Oklahoma, I guess.
What does that have to do with it?
I mean, you guys don't really have anything going, so you probably just follow the lead of everyone else.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of idiots here. Oh, let's talk about the documentary, The Year of Injustice. That was awesome, man.
Yeah,
Props to Arrow Grunt.
Yeah, I thought it was tight.
I really enjoyed that.
What was some of your favorite parts? I'll start.
Okay.
I love the Jim chant edit.
Yeah,
where
that was
it showed
good.
Harold doing combos to different people, and each hit was a different gem.
That's not easy to do.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Takes a lot of time.
The musical selection was awesome. All the songs were awesome. Some of those were made by the community, you know?
Yeah, Mayo had his song in there.
Yeah, Shadow
Beats.
Song.
Yeah.
I enjoyed when Revolver was clutching and losing because he was fucking up the Quincy theme playing.
Yeah.
Poor Revolver.
Yeah. That Batman theme. When
Man, I didn't know how close he was to beating Rio.
Yeah, heartbreaking.
What was he thinking?
He tried to throw and it didn't come out. That's what he said.
Yeah, he did a wake-up throw.
Yeah.
Instead of a corpse charge.
I mean, before that, he knocked him down. He starts throwing projectiles against Martian.
Yeah, that's the worst decision.
Oh, not like this.
What an idiot.
Revolver, come on, bro.
I like when Paulo blew him up in the stream for that.
What else was good? All the message board posts and stuff were funny, like, you know, when they showed, after KDZ won, it showed his Reddit skill gap comment.
Yeah, that was awesome.
All those kind of comments were cool.
It was perfect. It was like the entire past year condensed in order.
Yeah.
If someone was like, why should I care about this scene? You show them that video. All the hype moments were there. I enjoyed it. And I know that editing takes a long time, so props to him.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That must have been a pain.
Yeah. I mean, he's not getting shit for doing it, so.
Yeah.
Props.
Pretty
A lot
awesome.
of time.
Is there anything that was not in it that you would have liked to see?
Um,
I had one glaring omission. I loved it except for one thing. KDZ versus Theo, the Superman mirror from
oh
NBC.
yeah.
Oh yeah, how was that not in there?
Yeah, that's the one thing where it was like, I don't know if he couldn't find, maybe he couldn't find footage of it or something, I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That was awesome.
Yeah.
What would you say is the hypest moment of the past year in Injustice?
That actually might have been it.
No, I think it's the Theo Grundy.
That's up there.
That was insane.
That was insane.
Max versus Saltface.
That was
That was
awesome.
crazy, yeah. What about, Dave versus, Goomba?
That was awesome.
That was awesome. What was that fight where they traded on the last hit and they got the extension?
Merc versus Sickness.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool.
I love when that happens in this game.
Yeah, that is
So
really
hype.
awesome.
It's rare.
feature. Yeah. Super
Yeah,
rare.
match extension is really cool.
Yeah. And there's usually like not a lot of time when that happens, so you're like, oh shit, I gotta do something.
Yeah, that documentary was near perfect.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that. Deserves props.
Now, I wonder a year from now what it will be. That'll be interesting.
I will, with all the MLG hype and Evo.
There's a lot of storytelling left.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be interesting.
Who do you think has the most to lose?
Who has the most to lose?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to go on like who's pumped himself up, I think King is up there.
I think he's been upset enough to where people wouldn't be super surprised.
Yeah, but I mean, no one's really untouchable. He's up there.
I don't know. I think, what would be the ultimate top 8? What top 8 would get you the most hype? I think it would be a top 8 that had Sonic Fox, Jupiter, Max, Theo, Pig, Wound, King, one other person. Someone super good, but I can't think.
I'd throw in KDZ just for hype factor.
KDZ.
Not enough shenanigans in that. I want to see PPJ in there with Hawkgirl, Digit with Shazam, some of those too.
Mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I want to see 2 or 3 of those slots where you're like, what the hell is going on?
Cork with Joker.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, something like that.
Can you imagine if he pulls that off? Like, he'll be a legend.
I would shit myself.
He'll be insane. Who knows? Maybe Joker will be in the top 8 one day.
It's possible. How many characters have never been in a top 8?
Cyborg.
At a big major. Cyborg?
He's been in the top 8, but not at a big major.
Let's just say big majors.
Joker, obviously.
Green Arrow.
Green Arrow is 1 big majors.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Lobo just made top 8.
Yeah.
But before that, he was in there.
Every character has made it.
Except, really, Joker. Ares early on. Counts,
Zatanna, I don't think has made it.
True. She is not.
So just Joker, Zatanna, and Cyborg?
No, there's gotta be more than that.
Ooh.
Grundy has, I'll be down.
Yeah, everyone else has, at least at some point. Post-patch Scorpion hasn't.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Shazam hasn't placed at a huge major, but when you consider that a regional was won by him, I'd say that counts.
Yeah.
Like he won the whole thing, not just placed.
Yeah.
By the end of this year, maybe it can happen. Antichrist for top 8.
That'd be so hype. I like him. He's a character. You don't say anything. Alright.
What the fuck are we going to talk about?
You know, when I was a kid, there was always the possibility of like weird shit existing. Like Bigfoot, like aliens, the Loch Ness Monster. But now everyone has like a phone. So like, it's pretty much certain that none of this shit exists.
Yeah, and we have like better sonar equipment. Like Loch Ness Monster obviously doesn't.
It doesn't exist. It was all a bill. That's kind of like disheartening. It's like nothing but our daily lives is real.
Yeah, I
True.
guess that's true. I never really believed in that shit. I was always skeptical, but
There was the
now there's not
possibility,
even-
though.
Yeah, there's not even new mystery and stuff, really.
Yeah.
Anytime it comes up, if there's a Bigfoot sighting or someone claims to have Bigfoot, we all know it's a Bill.
Right.
The story is just how funny it is. Some stupid redneck, not like, oh man, we need to get to the bottom of this. We need Robert Stack to tell us if this is happening or not.
Yep.
You watch.
Yeah, all those stories on unsolved mysteries of weird stuff happening, and
I
you
love
don't
that
see
show.
it really anymore
Yeah.
because everyone's got a camera, and if it was real, we'd fucking see it for ourselves. It wouldn't just be a story.
Are there any
there's
unsolved
no-
mysteries of the MK community?
What do you mean?
Like unsolved mysteries.
Like, how is Tom Brady's hair never messed up?
What happened to Eric Gorda?
Yeah. Why didn't he have a gamer tag?
Yeah.
What was Ryu 48's name?
Yeah. What is
I don't think he had a real name. That is his real name.
It's something insanely Hispanic.
Or Latin?
Or something.
Yeah, like he once said, he was like, blah, 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 and like, I was like, what? Never mind.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, what? I just couldn't understand his accent, and I didn't want to ask him, so I was just like, oh yeah, okay. All I understood is that when he was speaking was that Sonya's not very good. Like, that's all I could get from him.
Yeah.
The rest was a blur. What other unsolved mysteries were there?
I mean, there's all types of, it's such and such gay, is this such and such not gay. There's all types of those.
Dude, I want some names.
Yeah, what are you
Nah,
talking
Who
I
do
mean,
you
we
think
can't.
is gay?
We can't talk about
Yeah,
that.
what are you talking? Why would you bring that up?
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I didn't say names. I'm not gonna try and out people.
What a bill.
I'm kind of emo Ellen Page is gay.
Why?
Why?
She's hot.
Okay, like, what did you think you have a chance with Juno?
Yeah.
You think she's hot? Really?
What's wrong with her?
I don't know. She doesn't do it.
What are you talking about?
She's annoying to me.
She's cute as a button.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you stole that phrase from me. She's cute as a button.
Cute as a butt.
Yeah, I was just.
That's gay.
Wait a minute, Slips. You at Tony's, I mentioned someone was cute as a button, and you said that was gay.
It is gay.
It is
You're
gay.
like, you should never say that.
It's gay.
So why are you using it now?
Well, I mean, it fit the bill.
You know what I mean, though. It's that the girl next door look, cute as a button.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a fine phrase.
Looks like a girl I went to high school with.
Cute as a button.
You don't have to keep saying it.
Yeah, please stop.
It's fine.
Have you seen that movie she's in, Hard Candy?
No.
Maybe that's why. I don't like her.
What?
She basically tortures a guy in it.
What?
Yeah, she's like,
Very
she plays a really,
feminist movie, it sounds like.
it is.
Yeah, but she's Kitty Pryde.
I don't like that casting.
You don't like Kitty Pryde?
I like Kitty Pryde, but I don't like that casting of her as her.
Why do you like Kitty Pryde? She doesn't seem like a K7 character at all.
I like her.
Really?
She can go through walls and shit.
I guess.
That seems like a stupid power.
No,
it's
that's
good.
a good power.
How would that even be remotely possible?
Let's say they try and hit you. Boom. Phase through.
I mean, why wouldn't you just always be phased? Wouldn't
She
you
has been
always
stuck
be
in it.
phased?
She has been stuck in that form before.
I mean, wouldn't that be broke?
Yeah, I mean...
Not even
it-
part of the dimension.
Wouldn't she like just fall to the Earth's core?
That's true. That's a good
I
point.
don't get that.
Yeah, that's dog shit.
Well, it's fake.
Oh yeah.
You know what would suck? I was thinking about this today. Being a Morlock. Because it's like... It'd be one thing to be a mutant if you could shoot eye beams from your head, or have metal skin. But can you imagine like these Morlocks where it's like, yeah, my mutant power is I have scales. I can't I can't do anything with it. I'm just ugly.
They like live in the sewer and shit.
Yeah, and you have to live in the sewer and shit.
That would suck.
That'd be a Bill. You're like an ex-Bill.
Yeah.
Who do you think are the worst X-Men? I say Jubilee.
I say that porcupine guy.
Quill or whatever.
No, like on the team, like the actual X-Men. Not their power, but like just they're not very cool at all.
Jubilee in the cartoon was pretty lame.
Yeah. She's like, I mean, she is a lame Kitty Pryde.
Yeah.
Like Kitty Pryde was the original, hey, it's a little girl on the team, she's the everyman.
I don't like Beast.
What?
I like Beast.
Beast
What are you
sucks.
talking
Oh,
about?
he's cool.
He sucks.
Not like Beast.
What the hell is his thing?
He's super smart.
He can hang upside down?
No, that's the power is irrelevant. The point is he looks like a gorilla, but he's brilliant.
Yeah, his main attribute is he's smart.
Yeah,
well,
that's
I mean,
awesome.
that has
scientist.
nothing, that's not a mutant power.
Well, I mean, his mutant power is that he has agility and shit.
That sucks.
Who
He
cares about him?
sucks.
No, it's
He's
all...
a Bill. His
No,
mutant
it's
power is pure shit. He's just a smart guy. He's just smart.
I mean,
That's
that's
not
awesome.
even a mutant power. He's a bill of goods.
It's
Mutant
cool.
my ass.
I did think it's weird how, like, it wasn't his mutation that made him, like, furry. It was, like, an experiment gone wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's kind of dumb.
That was,
That's kind of dumb.
they should just make that part of his fucking power.
Yeah, but I mean, they can't just magically say, oh, he's fur. I guess they could, but
That's dumb.
I agree. That's dumb, but
He's a bill.
I think Angel is a Bill.
he's pretty cool, but he's kind of outdated in moderns. I mean, just, hey, I have wings.
And he looked cool as Archangel, but not just Angel. He just has wings.
I like what he brings as a character, but Archangel was never as badass as they made him out to be, except in Uncanny X-Force.
No, he was pretty badass.
Not really. Not as badass as they make him out to be.
Like, throw those spikes out of his wings and shit.
I mean, you gotta feel bad for him, though, because he's totally irrelevant. Like, in the 60s, it's like, hey, he has wings, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
But then in the 70s, it's like, look, Storm can control the weather and fly. Rogue,
Yeah.
super strong, can steal your powers
And fly.
yeah, like, even like Warpath randomly can fly for no reason. And he has wings. Poor,
Yeah, he's
poor
a
Rip
Bill.
off
Warren.
his wings.
Poor
What would they
Warren.
have to give him to make him tight?
Well, they tried giving him, like, healing blood and shit like that, but it was always a bill.
It's pretty shitty.
His girlfriend was Psylocke, though. I mean, that makes him a winner.
Psylocke is awesome.
Yeah. And he's rich.
He is rich.
Did you see the website for Days of Future Past has, like, this timeline of mutant events that lead into, it's like the 60s into the future, and it
Nice.
revealed the fates of certain characters. For example, Beast and Angel are dead.
Really?
Like, Kelsey Grammer's Beast is dead in the current timeline. One of the, like, things, it's like, you know, the year 2018 or something like that, it's like Hank McCoy is brutally beaten, like, they drag him into the streets and beat him to death.
Wow.
That's a buzzkill.
Yeah.
Yes!
Poor Beast.
Yeah, man.
He's a bill.
You still think that movie's gonna be a Bill?
Yeah, I'm really worried about it.
I don't know.
I see, dude. It's too many characters and shit.
I do agree there's too many characters.
Yeah, and shit, like, dude, like, Sunspot, who gives a fuck, man? It's not like he's gonna be developed.
The Sentinels look like shit.
The Sentinels look like Bills, I agree. Although, the problem with Sentinels is how do you do those giant Sentinels?
They should just do it like the comic. Make it look
Live
exactly
action.
like that huge. I mean, what was wrong with that?
It's kind of weird. I don't know.
Change it.
The X-Men timeline makes no sense either.
I have a beef with like the X-Men movies.
What's your beef?
I want to see the Wolverine mask.
Did you know it was almost in the Wolverine?
I know, I saw the sketch of it.
Looked
I'm
awesome.
really pissed off that I have not seen it. They haven't even tried.
It's just not a universe where they'd wear masks.
Probably look corny.
I thought it actually looked cool.
It
you don't
did.
see him wearing. You don't see him wearing it. The deleted scene's out. Like you can see the original ending. He doesn't wear it, but you see it. I thought it looked tight.
I thought so.
It might be alright. I mean, there might be all those mutants, they might just be dead. They just might show their graves or some shit.
I'm assuming they all die at the very beginning. The future.
Yeah.
Like Warpath and those.
In that time.
It sounds like they're all just gonna get killed at the beginning to set up the bad future.
Yeah.
But I don't understand, like, they need to explain there were no Sentinels in the original movies. They never showed mutant relations being that bad.
What?
Well, it's an alternate timeline, I think.
But in the old, apparently the Sentinels were around in the old timeline as well. Like, they've always been around. That's horseshit.
No, they weren't.
I know, but apparently they've retconned it and said they were.
The
That's
only
horseshit.
appearance was in the fucking...
Danger Room.
Yeah, the Danger Room. And that was a bill. It was just a shadow of it.
Yeah, and its head.
That sucked.
I don't know. I feel like they sold us a bill being like, oh, Storm's gonna be in it. You know she's gonna have like one line and barely be in it.
Yeah. I never liked Storm.
Storm is the least favorite of the core X-Men for me. I agree. She's not very
She
good.
For a
wasn't that
character
interesting.
that's got such an awesome power, she's super boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what a waste. Someone like that should be fucking tight.
She doesn't look that cool. Like,
I never liked how, I actually think her outfit's cool. Her
She
power's
just has
cool.
no
but-
personality.
Yeah, her personality's so dry, and she's so dramatic. Like, she can't do anything. By the goddess, I command you, Storm, mistress of the elements, just fucking electrocute someone.
animated
Yeah,
series voice.
you don't have to. I mean, that's how it is in the comics too. Like, Chris Claremont wrote everything like that too. Like, just fucking shoot lightning. You don't have
She's
to.
annoying.
We know that you're Storm, mistress of the elements. Like, who calls themselves mistress of the
Stop
elements?
pumping yourself up.
Yeah, like Jesus, just do your thing. She's a Bill.
She's a bill.
I
Her
always
power's
thought
not a
Rogue,
bill.
Rogue in
Power's-
the comics is a Bill too. I hate reading her accent.
No, I like Rogue.
No, she's awesome in the movies because they make her younger and more sympathetic and get rid of that fucking accent. And her Miss Marvel powers are dumb too. I've always hated
Oh, that's awesome.
that. No, that's stupid.
She permanently has them.
I don't like that. She doesn't need that. It's not very interesting.
In the movies, her power is like a hindrance. It's
Yeah,
not even
that's
a power.
She's better like that.
How is that better? She can't do
Because it's more
shit.
interesting. That's more interesting. She's just like Superman in the
And
comics.
she has, like, when she steals her power, she has her power for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's cool that she has to be holding
dumb.
on to him. The movie's the best Rogue ever.
Makes those,
Comics Rogues suck.
makes those like veins pop out of them. Like,
Yeah, that's cool.
Sucking their power. That's weird.
She'd be a good grappler.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are X-Men fighting games.
Yeah, Next Dimension.
I liked Children of the Atom back in the day. It
It's
was,
awesome.
yeah. I liked Omega Red.
I
And
played
that game broke
Mutant
as hell.
It was
Yeah.
pretty broke.
I mean, it's a precursor to Marvel. Of course it's broke. I played Mutant Academy a lot.
Dude, I played that too.
Remember in part 2 you could play as Charles? That was awesome.
I never had part 2, but I remember that.
Spider-Man was in it.
Yeah, I played as Wolverine in it.
It's pretty cool.
It was alright. Do a Mutant Academy fucking fighting game tournament.
Let's enter a tournament for Mutant Academy.
Let's do it. Side turn.
Alright. I'm in.
I legit want to make this happen. I want to host a No Mercy tournament.
No one would go to that.
Fuck you. Why? It's awesome.
It's old.
So? That game had depth. Alright, I'll take that silence as a let's move on. I like that game. If you could have one mutant power, what would it be? And it has to be like from a character. Like what character's power would you want?
Charles Xavier.
I want Magneto.
I mean, think about being telepath.
It's pretty broke.
Yeah.
He can technically like just wipe your mind.
He's broke.
Yeah, he's broke. But he has the moral compass.
Well, you didn't ask if I want to be. I don't want to be an old cripple. You just said who's mutant power do I want?
Okay.
Be tight. First off, you'd never lose a tournament. You'd be filthy rich. You could get. The best thing is no one would know.
Nah, you'd still lose the tournament.
No, you wouldn't.
You could read their mind, dude.
Yeah, what are you talking
People
about?
can't. People don't think while they're playing half the time, though.
All he has to do is be like, you're always going to go overhead.
Yeah.
And you're. Yeah.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Yeah.
He
You'd
can
never
control
lose.
what you do.
You'd literally have to hold back. Otherwise, everyone would be like, what the hell is this?
Well, yeah, that'd be broke.
You could be rich. You could play the stock market.
Yeah, that's a
That'd be
no-brainer.
Yeah.
His power is just broken. He's held back by his moral compass.
Not really. He's done some fucked up shit.
He has, but he's regretted it.
Still, how can you beat that? I mean, Magneto would be great, but you have to. What are you going to do with your power besides be public?
Yeah.
Like, you can't be subtle about it.
Yeah, that's true. You'd have to be like a villain.
Emma Frost would be cool because you're a telepath and you can turn your skin into diamond. So if you ever are in trouble, like, you can turn to diamond.
Nah, she isn't cool. I don't like her.
Well, you're asking for her power.
I don't want to turn into diamonds.
Why? If you're in a fucking car and it's about to crash, you can turn into diamonds. Charles, you're fucking crippled.
You wouldn't crash in a car because he can control the metal. Hold that.
Well, you can't be both. You can't have all these powers.
Well, I want them all. It
What if
sucks
you
that
became
you...
a warlock?
Warlock.
So here's my question. If a genie came up to you and he said, I can make you a mutant, but you will not know whose mutant power you have, would you gamble and take the risk?
Yes.
You would?
Yes. Without a doubt.
There's no question.
You better think about that,
Why?
because you might end up being like Maggot or Morrow or something like that. You're gonna be like, oh
It's
my
still
god.
an extra
Oh, that-
ability.
Yeah.
Maggot is this nasty looking dude who can have a maggot come out of his body that he can control.
It's still
Arrow
kinda
from
tight.
Marvel. You want to have bones sticking out of you?
Yeah, why not?
Because you're going to walk around Walmart, go to your movie theater with bones sticking out of you?
Yeah.
Do you want to be the guy earlier that has green skin and that's his only mutant power?
Yeah, but you could get something awesome.
That's the gambit. I mean, or gamble. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, I would do it.
What if you became Beast and you had blue fucking fur?
I'd be super smart. I could hang upside down and shit. Nothing wrong with that.
What if it was like, you could redraw? Like, you get 3 draws, and he's like, here's your random power, and if you don't like it, you can redo it, but you only get 3 tries.
Why
Yeah.
would anyone not do that?
Because you might get fucked over.
Well, I mean, you just redraw them.
Well, alright, let's say he's like, alright, I'm Mr. Sinister, and I'm gonna alter your DNA, right? And I'm like, Slips, I choose you to have Optic Blast. Are you gonna keep it or redraw?
Wait, so I can't open my eyes?
Yeah, you
Not
have to
without
wear,
that
you'd have to wear
ruby.
ruby quartz
Yeah.
glasses. Although technically, just to be a nerd, that's not part of Cyclops' power. That's a head injury, and you probably would be able to use it. But for the sake of this, no, you have that weakness. So do you want to keep that or redraw?
I'd redraw.
Alright, then you got Gambit's ability to charge things with energy. Would you
Can
be happy
Gambit
with
do
it?
that, voluntarily or not?
Yes,
he
you
can
do it
control it.
voluntarily. Yeah.
I'd take that. That's pretty tight.
You wouldn't want to redraw and maybe get something even better?
No, I'll take that. That's pretty
He
good.
would stick
about-
with Gambit.
What about you, K7? Would you keep the Optic Blast or redraw?
I'd redraw after that.
Alright, then you redraw Colossus's power.
I'd stick with that.
You sure?
Yeah.
You would both stick with what you have?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good enough.
yeah.
You're lucky, because you know what I was going to say?
What?
You have the ability to vomit out of every orifice. Congratulations!
Good thing I stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of every orifice? Out of your asshole?
Yeah.
How is that a power?
I mean, that's what bothered you, vomit out of your ass? I was thinking, like, vomit would come out of your nose and vomit would come out of your ears.
That's what I thought of.
I want my mutant power to be like, my sperm is like compatible with everything.
What?
Yeah,
Like with
so
animals?
just like I could just come on like a tree, and the tree would get like my attributes.
What?
It'd be awesome.
So you'd be like jerking off everywhere?
Yeah, so I'd just be coming all over all.
Why would
types
you
of
want a
shit.
tree with your attributes?
You know, I'd become like part human, and it'd be like me and shit.
That's super weird.
That would be tight.
Like the Combinator.
The Combinator. That'd be cool.
Okay.
It's dumb.
Yeah,
That's tight.
That's
That
kind of dumb. Why do you
I'd have like an
to
army.
come on
Like
it?
I'd have like a bunch of like rocks I had, and I just come all over, and I have an army of rocks, rock men.
Why is coming the thing that makes this happen? Like, why not just touching them?
I mean, you gotta spread your seed.
I guess.
Well, that would be a way to spread your genetic material.
Right. Makes sense. It's probably a power of someone is like, you know, Stanley probably thought of it because like it's a little too X-rated.
I don't think Stanley and Jack Kirby were thinking about the company.
Yeah, I don't think that.
I bet you it crossed their mind.
Yeah, but then every time you come, you're gonna make something come alive.
I mean, I have a lot of Kleenex
Like a
friends.
tissue, like an army of tissues.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah, what the hell's that? Oh, it's another Brad Vitale tissue walking around.
Get 'em, boys. That might be the intro.
Yeah, I guess there would be more tissues than anything.
Alright.
Great.
Great. When you think of X-Men, what do you think of? Do you think of the cartoon? Do you think of the comic book?
I think of the
Movies.
cartoon.
I think of the cartoon.
I think of the movies, I guess. I think of Hugh Jackman.
What do you
I
think
think-
was better, the cartoon or the movies?
The movies.
Cartoon.
Cartoon.
Stupid.
It was
And
more
when,
like the comic book.
when was the last time you watched the cartoon?
I've seen clips of it
I
recently.
don't think it's really held up.
The animation is kind of shoddy.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks like the comics. It feels like the comics. The voices are epic. That represents X-Men to me. I mean.
Yeah, I think of that fucking intro song, man.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, that's my ringtone.
Is it? That's
Yeah.
right. I always liked Morph.
That intro
Not-
song is awesome because how they introduced each character was fucking badass.
That's true.
You see Cyclops, like, You're like raging and his beams coming out of his eyes and shit, and you see like Storm just fly up and just snap her fingers and lightning and thunder come all out. And
Wolverine comes out of a bush naked.
yeah.
Beast is reading a book.
Yeah, like you get a little synopsis of each character, like literally like a 2 or 3 second synopsis, and you get it.
Yeah, and their name is like their own little logo.
Yeah,
It's fucking
Beast
awesome.
Cool.
Great intro.
Great
One of
show.
the best.
I miss 90s cartoons, man.
Rogue was the only one I was like, what the hell is her deal?
Yeah, she just flies by and it says.
Yeah, you're just like, what the hell was that?
Why do you think they stopped doing Saturday morning cartoons? Or like even the 3:30 cartoons, like after school?
I don't think they have stopped. They're just different.
No, they've stopped.
I mean, there's still SpongeBob and Ninja Turtles and shit.
Only on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I mean, I think
They
it's
don't
all,
do them on like network TV anymore.
I just think there's not as much audience.
It sucks.
More shit to do these days.
Dude, Saturday morning cartoons were the shit. I grew up.
Yeah, but nowadays you'd be playing video games and on the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
There's so many different means of entertainment these days.
You think that's better?
Yeah.
Ultimately, yes. Yeah. Options are good.
I don't know, but when we grew up, like, everybody was watching the same shit. Now everybody's watching their own shit, like, you know. There's not that sense of community.
Well, because I was different, it was actually easier to get bullied. Because I went to a private school, I liked the Ninja Turtles, I was the only motherfucker that liked Ninja Turtles.
What?
What?
Everyone made fun of me.
What'd they say? How, you like turtles?
So you're a fucking dumbass. That's like for fucking children, you fat piece of shit. Like, I remember, like, cause you go a whole summer without, seeing anyone or anything. And there's one summer I was like, God, man, I fucking love these turtles. This is tight. So I got like the Ninja Turtle folders and I got a Ninja Turtle book bag and shit. And that first day of school, like everyone's looking at you. They're just like, wow, what a dumbass. Like this dude likes Ninja Turtles that much.
What age are we talking here?
I don't know, like grade school and shit. Grade school.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to public school?
K through 6, I guess.
Did you ever go to public school?
I did in high school. It was much better.
I think that's just a weird school. Like everybody was in the Turtles back.
Like there was a couple other kids that liked turtles, but they were super dorks too.
Oh.
So like I was like, I am a nerd, but I'm not like off the deep end nerd. Like they were like so nerdy, I didn't want to hang out with them.
It's kind of hypocritical.
Yeah.
Like I could talk to them about Ninja Turtles, and then they'd start talking about even nerdier shit. Like, man,
what?
Just peace out.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Like,
I
what
can't
was
find
too
anyone that's on.
Where's the line on nerdy? Like, you like Star Trek, you like Turtles.
And I did like video games. I don't know, I forgot what it was.
They just weren't cool enough to hang with young slips.
Yeah. I didn't feel comfortable hanging out with them. Maybe because I partially wanted to be cool too, and I just didn't know myself.
I thought you were telling people to be a leader and not
Yeah,
cheat.
you just treated them
I've
exactly.
learned lessons throughout my life.
That makes sense.
If I were to do it again, I'd tell those fucking people to hold that shit. Turtles are fucking tight, you can suck my cock. That'd be something to tell. You probably get ratted out for saying that, but...
Yeah. So you went to like Catholic school, right?
Yeah.
Were they like super strict?
Yes. Sucked.
I bet.
You get detention if you missed an assignment.
What?
Yeah, if you missed an assignment, you get one warning. They give you a warning, and your parents, you had to take this warning, and your parents had to sign it. And they're like, if you miss another one, you got detention. And you would keep getting detention if you kept missing assignments.
Is that the kind of school where you, like, live at the school?
No, but, I mean, it's pretty fucking stupid. There was one time a girl ratted on me because I said heck.
It's not even a cuss word.
It's not even a cuss word. And because the teacher thought that when she was ratting on me, and she like, when she ratted on me, she said heck, but the teacher thought that, oh, she must mean Brett saying hell.
Oh, yeah.
So the teacher, like, blew me up. And I had, like, these little Micro Machines Star Wars, like, I had a little X-Wing. And she confiscated it from me. She was like, this is what you get for cursing.
That's like bullshit.
And she took it.
Did you ever get it back?
Yeah, eventually, but it took fucking forever.
What a bitch.
Yeah, all because of this stupid little rat saying I said heck. Dog shit.
Did you have to wear a uniform?
Yeah.
What was it? Like, tie and shit?
Navy blue pants and a white shirt.
That would suck.
Yeah, that sucks.
It was shitty.
Have to wear the same thing every day.
Some teachers were cool. There's a few that were cool, but man, you got some real shitters. One time, like, this one teacher, like, she wasn't about putting your name on the board. She would give you, like, 20 tickets a month or something like that. And if you got in trouble, you had to put a ticket in this little can or whatever. And so, I mean, I'm always getting in trouble with my dumb shit. And then one time, like, she was just like, Brad, put 4 tickets in the can off of, just because, like, I was drawing on this other kid's book. And the kid was wild. Like, we were both drawing on his book. He stopped. I was still drawing on it. And so she sees that, and she's like, what are you doing? She's like, stop writing on, you're destroying other people's property. Put 4 tickets in the can. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, no, he was letting me. And she's like, don't lie to me. Put 4 tickets in. I'm like, what the hell? And then I started getting out, and she's like, you know what? Put 4 more in for that innocent look you're trying to give me. I was like, fucking Christ! Get me the fuck out of here!
Wait, what happened when you had all the tickets in it? What?
Oh, at the end of the year, if you had a bunch of tickets, you could cash them in, and, like, she had, like, little prizes and shit. Needless to say, I didn't get shit.
What happens when you put all your tickets in there?
She just collects them.
You just don't get the prize.
It's like if you
We had something.
kept all of your tickets from each month, you'd have a boatload of tickets, and you could cash them in for prizes at the end of the year.
At this school, do they, like, spank you?
No. They made you feel like shit, though.
So you never got paddled?
No, I never got.
I've been paddled.
Me too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, in public school, back in the day. Yep.
Back in
They
the day.
paddle you?
Yep.
It was one
What?
time, way back in the day.
What, were you in, like, preschool?
No, it had to be one of the grades, early on.
Mine was like 4th, 5th grade.
Really?
Early, like 3rd
They
grade,
didn't
something
even
like
It
that.
used to be universal, like, that's the punishment in public school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
yeah.
They didn't even do that to me in Catholic school. I can't believe they did in public.
So you go to the principal, and he paddles you.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I actually can't remember. I have no recollection, believe it or not.
I think the biggest amount of trouble I got in grade school is I was acting like I was kicking a teacher in the ass. She turned around and saw me, and man, she was pissed. She was super pissed.
I remember what I did. It was fucked up.
What?
I had you know what a stink bomb is?
Yeah.
They're like the little firecrackers, but they stink, right?
Right.
I brought one to school.
What an idiot.
And like this kid, I didn't like dislike this kid, but I was just like, I'm gonna fuck with him. And I set off the stink bomb like in his coat on the ground. And fucked it all up, dude.
What?
And he told the principal, and the principal came into my locker, and I only had one. And the principal searched my locker. He was like, I know you got more of these things. Where are they at? I'm like, I only had one. But I got paddled for it.
Paddled
for it? It did hurt.
I remember not caring. I remember it not being that bad.
I actually was in tears.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad. It was like 10 licks. He basically beat me with a giant stick of wood.
It's weird. It's so weird that was allowed in the
It is.
late 80s, early 90s.
I think your parents had to like sign off on it or something like that. Which mine did.
Yeah, I believe he called my dad and he was just like, yeah, I don't
Yeah, just paddle him. Just beat him.
I knowing my dad, he'd probably be like, that's funny.
That's funny.
My dad will teach him a lesson.
That's awesome.
Do you believe paddling? Do you think it's a good practice? I think it's
No.
Yeah, when you guys have kids, if you have kids, you're gonna beat them?
No.
I will. Yeah.
No. You will?
I will beat my kids, yes.
That's messed up. It's messed up.
I
Man.
like
It's
punch him
barbaric.
in the face, but I mean like the spank.
It's barbaric.
No, that's how you learn.
It's barbarism.
You don't understand barbarism. I always wonder, why is it barbarianism?
Isn't that racist to barbarians?
Oh. What's a barbarian? Are they like...
Barbarians are like, like Conan.
Well, they're not. Barbarians aren't a race.
Yeah.
It's a
How are you talking
lifestyle.
about?
It's a lifestyle.
Prom.
Like being a barbarian, it's a way of life.
Not now, I mean...
No,
I don't think what's any barbarians listening to this podcast.
I mean, why isn't it a valid lifestyle?
Like,
I mean, I'm sure it was back in the day. I mean, it's a different time.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, what's so bad? Like, if like, we need to be inclusive and inviting to all lifestyles, including barbarism.
I don't think we need barbarians in modern day society.
Why not?
Because they, like, don't reason with you, they just kill you.
They're not part of society.
You don't need motherfuckers with giant swords walking around.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
I don't get this.
Alright.
Yeah, accept that. Conan was...
I mean, I'm sure they talked about barbarians like, we talk about, like, rednecks or something these days.
What do you mean?
K7 seems offended by that.
I am offended by that.
Yeah, like, whatever a redneck is.
Would you consider anyone that lives, like, in the southern states a redneck, or only certain people?
Only certain people, like
Only
Pig's
certain
not a
people.
redneck. Yeah, Pig's not a redneck.
Pig's not a redneck.
But like Tyler Lantern, redneck.
Okay. He doesn't strike me as a redneck.
Like, if you live in,
Have you
like,
ever heard of, dude, have you ever
if
heard
you
of
live
Tom?
alongside the swamp in a cabin, your last name's Crenshaw, and
Austin's not a redneck.
Really?
In fact, no, he'd get killed if he was in he'd get shot if he went in
Like
the hills.
a working man?
Yeah.
In the
He's not part of the workforce.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine Austin talking to, like, your uncle?
no.
Yeah, see?
But I'm a redneck.
Yeah.
Why? What makes me a redneck?
The way you talk, you live in a trailer and worked on a sod farm.
Oh, alright. I'll accept that.
Yeah, in Oklahoma.
Yeah, you live in Oklahoma.
I'm a redneck purely by, like, where I was born, like, not by choice.
Yeah, I mean, that's how a lot of things are.
That sucks.
We're all products of our environment.
Yeah. Is Scar a redneck?
No, he seems urban.
But he has that southern, like, twang.
No, he seems urban.
Why? Because he's black?
No, he has a scar from a knife fight.
Is it really?
That's what I heard. I thought, wait, you told me that.
No, I was joking.
No, oh, really?
Yeah. You should edit this.
No, it's fine. He doesn't listen to this.
Yeah, it's true.
Only Star Charger is a redneck from the KH crew.
He sounds whiter than, like, all of us.
Oh.
Yeah. He sounds ultra white.
Star Charger?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
You don't think he sounds white?
Star Charger? Oh, well, he sounds redneck.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
He's tight.
Yeah. Like, if you heard him talk, you would think that he was like...
Hank Hill or some shit.
Yeah.
People say I look like Bobby Hill.
You do.
It pisses me off. Like, more
Someone-
than one people.
Yeah, you do.
That sucks.
Yeah. You're like an older version of him.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the smaller the world gets, the more ridiculous religion seems like?
What do you mean smaller the world?
I mean, now that the world is just smaller, like the internet kind of brings everyone together. Information is literally at your fingertips at any point.
Definitely.
Things are documented, yeah.
Yeah, everything's documented. Like you said earlier, like the whole wonder of, does Bigfoot exist? Do aliens exist? I wonder if the Loch Ness monsters are like, because of the information age, we get to see that most people are just full of shit on these tall tales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, it gets to the point of, man, there's so many people full of shit about stuff. Maybe whoever wrote the Bible or whoever, just any religion, not just Christianity. Maybe they were probably full of shit too, and people just believe just out of tradition.
I think it's so ingrained in people, like, it's gonna take a really long time. But it has been predicted that eventually, it's gonna drop off.
Yeah,
There'll be more atheists than anything.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's inevitable.
But I don't think it's gonna be in our lifetime.
Yeah, not our
No.
lifetime.
How many generations do you think? Like, this is like the first generation that's got full-fledged information on anything that you want. You can call bullshit on anything, on anyone.
Yeah.
Man, remember when Google didn't exist and someone would just talk shit out of your ass and you really couldn't prove them wrong? You had to hope you had an encyclopedia or some shit. And it was just, there were so many arguments growing up. It was just your word against this person's word, and it was more based on how well you argued than the facts.
Right.
Whereas these days, it's more about facts and how well you can debate and argue.
And you have all that information, like, in your pocket.
Literally.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have grown up in a pretty interesting era.
And we're the one generation, like, we can remember before it.
Right.
Like, we were right at the dawn of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's weird. Like,
Yeah.
kids nowadays, they've only known the internet.
Yeah, I can't imagine what it's like to be growing up in this day and age. Like, it's totally different.
We're old.
You see, it was Tom Brady's birthday yesterday, and he's like 37 now.
Happy birthday.
We're old, man.
We're old.
How old's Jupiter? 17.
17.
Do you think it was weirder? Do you think our generation has undergone more changes, or our parents' generation has undergone more changes?
Ours.
I think ours.
Yeah, definitely. Do your parents, like, understand technology, or do they just not?
They are completely cool.
Yeah,
they
they
can't
just,
even hook up a DVR without it.
Yeah, mine too.
There wasn't television.
They had television.
But no, my dad remembers getting his first TV. My dad remembers color TV starting.
My parents remember color TV starting, but both my parents, as far as I know, always had a TV.
No, my dad's old enough. My dad is in his 70s. He knows when his family got a TV. That's pretty big.
Back then, they had cable TV, how we had the internet.
Yeah.
Like that was their big shit back
Yeah,
then.
remember shitting yourself over having more than 13 channels on your TV?
Yes.
Well, think about, my dad remembers listening to the radio. Then
Wow.
getting a television. Then getting more than one station. Then getting color television. Then getting VCRs in the late 70s and early 80s. Like DVD, Blu-ray. I mean, think about that.
That's nice, but I don't think anything compares to the internet.
No.
I think you're right. I'm just saying.
That's true. I mean, I forgot about TV. TV was a big deal. I remember growing up and they were talking about, and video games too. I remember them talking about, oh, one day we'll have 1,000 channels. And I remember thinking, Jesus, like, I'm fine with fucking 13. Like, I'm happy with 30 channels. 1,000 channels. The hell am I gonna do with that? And it's ultimately true. I barely watch TV. And if I did, it would probably only be a few different shows.
Satellites used to be like those giant things, like.
Yeah. It's literally like Area 51 in your yard.
Only rich people had them.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
It's weird.
We're like the internet changed everything, because before then you had to physically get up and go get your media. Now it just comes to you.
It's so... It seemed to happen so gradually that I don't, when I think back on it, like, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. Shit has gotten crazy over the past 20, 30 years. That, like, it was so gradual and seamless. Like, it was just, I remember 56K. Like, we were like, oh, look at this internet. Like, this is cool. Like, I can just type in anything and there's information. It was mainly used for schoolwork, remember? You mainly just used the internet just to get information about a goddamn term paper you had to write. You didn't really use the internet. The only form of entertainment used for the internet for me as a kid was, man, sneaking in some porn.
Yeah. Dude, the main thing I used the internet for back in the day was wrestling news.
Yeah, wrestling news.
I used to go to my school library early in the morning and search fucking wrestling news.
Did you ever join an E-Fed?
I did.
Dude, it was tight,
It was super nerdy, dude.
It's awesome.
It was fun, though.
Yeah.
Like on GeoCities and shit.
Yeah, dude. Hell
Remember,
yeah.
did you ever have an account with ICQ?
I did, dude. Yeah, that number.
Yep.
Like, fucking 12-digit long random number, and that was your ID.
Instant messaging was such a cool thing back in the day.
Yeah. Yahoo Messenger and shit.
Yep. AOL Messenger.
AOL sucked.
AOL.
I never had AOL.
And there, I remember people bragging about, dude, I can download an entire movie in 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it was just like, man, that's pretty cool.
Now you can just stream it.
Like, at what point, it's so weird, like, at what point were we like, it's like for some reason I was never impressed. That's what bothers me. I look back now, I'm like, damn, we did some shit.
You didn't do anything. You're not an engineer.
Yeah.
What's this we?
Our generation.
Your generation?
Yeah.
I think you're taking credit
Shit.
from brilliant people.
I'm just saying.
You fucking played Tekken while these guys were the
I'm just saying.
I'm just being clear.
It's fine. But it's just weird that it's only when I look back now at how impressive things got good so fast. But at the time it was like, it'd be nice if this was faster. Like, this is a pain in the ass.
The biggest leap was to, like, broadband internet.
Yeah, I guess.
When I got broadband the first time, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's one of the few that's not a bill, because I think like Blu-ray's a bill,
Yeah, it's a bill.
but like broadband was not a bill.
Yeah.
It's legit.
Is that it? Is that the big thing? Was it broadband?
Definitely, that was one
Yeah.
of the biggest, yeah.
Where you can stream fucking video and shit like that. That's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the first time I was watching like a movie clip or a video while it was downloading. I was like, oh, wow, that's amazing. I was like, I can get these porn clips a lot quicker.
Yeah.
You remember,
I remember, God, watching porn was like it was a tactical thing. First you had to download, there was pictures and movies.
I was all about pictures. Man.
pictures?
I would go to movies, I would be like, oh, I want to check out these, there'd be like 4 clips of a scene. Like, I want these 4 clips, and I'd start downloading them, like, alright, now let me look at some pictures and keep myself hard. That way, when the movie comes around, I'm ready to go.
Did you ever run up a huge bill?
No.
Yeah, like on dial-up?
Yeah, I did.
No, mine was always per month.
Oh man. So did you run out a lot?
No. They didn't limit it. Like, you just paid a fee per month and you could do whatever.
Yeah.
Very early on AOL didn't have that. You had to pay like per minute or whatever. So you could run up a huge, yeah, this is very early 90s.
That would suck.
Yeah, that
Oh, yeah.
sucks.
I would run up huge bills and my mom would, Steven!
On your e-head.
You don't understand, I'm RPing as the Rock.
Rock bottom on a chair.
Dude,
That's some new.
I'll money match anyone in e-wrestling.
The e-fed tournament.
Yeah, let's do it.
No one's gonna know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
Dude,
I know.
I don't want to explain it.
Yeah, it's way dorky, dude.
Super dorky.
That was awesome.
If you could steal a skill from another player,
Did you say a skittle?
skill.
Oh.
Did it sound like Skittle? Is that,
It sounded like skittle.
do I have a lisp?
Yes.
Yes.
Whatever, it's bullshit. Anyway, if you could steal an attribute from another player, what would it be? Would you want, like Chris G's ability to adapt? Would you want Carl's speed? Would you want, like, I don't know, like Sonic Fox execution or whatever?
Rio execution.
Rio execution, yeah.
That's what I want.
Like, whose skill would you steal?
I would
Yes,
take... I would take a younger player's. I would take Waffles' reactions.
Reactions, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you take a stoner's reactions
Yeah.
over your own.
What about you?
I would take Daigo execution. Or infiltration execution. Execution.
Yeah,
That's what
like
I'd
never
want.
dropping anything, always on point. Yeah,
I get I get really, really pissed off when I miss something. I get really mad, and it affects how I play.
Dropping a combo can mean you eat a combo yourself.
Like, my execution, I think, is actually above average, but it's not where I'd like it to be. And when I miss something that I really want, I get really mad. Or maybe it's not execution. I would say it's like Daigo's clutch factor, the ability to play even under duress.
Yeah.
Like that, the ability to just be able to shut everything out and be 100% focused. Not get nervous, not get butterflies. Not think about not think about what it means if I get this. What does it mean if I drop this? What does it mean if I miss this punish? Like, just to play.
Yeah. Have you guys played DMC?
The original I did.
No, like the remake, the one that came out last year by Ninja Theory. It's a bill of goods. It's the biggest bill I've played in a while.
What's wrong with it?
Shame.
It's the same game, isn't it?
I really liked Ninja Theory's first 2 games. I loved Heavenly Sword and Enslaved. I played them a ton. And the original DMC games, the first 4, I thought they were okay, but they were never my... I love character action games, but I like God of War, Ninja Gaiden. There's a lot of them that I like better than this. I never really liked the gunplay. I never liked the combo system. So I was looking forward to this, because I thought, well, I'm not really into the original DMC games, and I love Ninja Theory, so I bet this will be good, but it's ironically too close to the old games. It has some of the same stuff I don't really like. So I don't think hitting enemies is fun in this game. Everything feels so light. There's no impact.
What's different about it? Just better graphics, or what?
Well, it's a reboot. Dante looks different. It's a different story. It's redone, but it's kind of the same flavor. I'm not into it. I want to know if people agree.
I never liked Devil May Cry.
It was alright.
You like character action. You like character action games.
I played Ninja Gaiden first, and then all I ever heard was, oh, well, if you like Ninja Gaiden, you'll love Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is an even better Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
Oh shit. And I remember playing it, and I'd be like, this is whatever. Like I don't care. Like, it doesn't feel good. Like, hitting people.
It does, yeah, like
I'm like fighting like Reapers and shit. Like, it's whatever.
Agreed. It doesn't feel like you're hitting anything. Like, that's my problem with the gunplay. It's always been. You're shooting things, and nothing's happening. It's just filler. This game's a bill. Devil May Cry is officially a bill.
Like, yeah, whenever... shit gets fucked up when you hit things in Ninja Gaiden. Like, they get fucked up. Like,
cut off fucking arms and shit.
Cutting off their arms, or you're chopping their heads off, you cut them in half, they're doing all types of shit to them. And it just feels like I'm hitting things. I didn't get it. Like, I'm shooting them, and they're just, like, getting shot. I'm like, okay. I remember I was just spamming guns. I was like, why the hell would I use my sword? I'm just gonna shoot this fucker. And then like, my friends were like, well, the sword does more damage. Well, I'm like, well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I've got a goddamn gun. I'm gonna fucking use it. Like, why... I'm being... It's like I have the option to play lame, but if I want to have fun, you gotta use your sword. Well, it's like, well, why are the guns even in there? Just take them out. Force me to have fun then. I don't know, I didn't like it. They're like, it's really fun when you use guns and swords. I'm just like, I'm gonna play as cheap as possible. Like, if there's the dudes across the screen, I just want to shoot them. I don't get it.
I never got super into it. It was just kind of there.
Is Ninja Gaiden 2 the best of that genre? I think it is.
There's no combat system better than Ninja Gaiden 2.
I like the first Ninja Gaiden game better.
Nah, 2's better. First is great, but 2's
I
better.
love the first
First
one.
is great, but
It's
2 is
hard
better.
as fuck.
2 is harder than 1.
I never beat the second one.
2 is unbelievable. Absolutely brilliant fighting system.
I also don't like the look of this game. Like, it takes place in an alternate dimension, like a hell dimension. Everything looks kind of surreal. It doesn't work for... I don't think it's very cool looking. It's a shame, but it's a bill.
You need to do a new Ninja Gaiden.
The third one
Yeah.
was really bad.
The third one was so bad.
I never played it.
It's
You're-
really bad.
It's extraordinarily bad. It's like,
Does it have
wow.
the same like fighting engine or what?
No.
Why would
It's
they
just-
change that?
It's just all hack slash. There's no, like, the enemies, like, it doesn't matter what combo you're doing. You just keep hitting stuff and you'll just fuck shit up. Whereas, like, Ninja Gaiden, in the first 2, some strings sucked. Some strings, like, they weren't that good, or at least it was hard to find why they were good. Like, some of them were good, but, like, you had to cancel into a Ninja Star, and then you could do things to combo off the Ninja Star, and you could cancel that into that. Like, there was all types of interesting things. Like, it was all types of different stuff. Some enemies could block really well, and so you had to find a way to get them to stop blocking, and then you could fuck them up with something there. And in Ninja Gaiden 3, it was just hit them, just hit mash buttons, and you'll just fuck shit up. It'll just do the combo for you.
That sucks.
If they block, it doesn't really matter. Like, everything was just pretty much unpunishable. No one gave a shit.
The third one got shitty reviews. I'm looking at it now.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
Super
Ninja-
forgettable.
Ninja Gaiden 2, every weapon had something cheap about it. The scythe had the projectile, it did hella damage. The ninja sword had the Zuna drop. The lunar had the 360 ultimate attack that just fucking bopped everyone's heads off.
What was your favorite weapon?
Oh man. Ninja Gaiden 1,
Anything?
the scythe was awesome.
Yeah, the scythe, dude.
The way you got that too was badass when you fight the werewolves from the Colosseum. That was fucking tight, and like you kill like the main werewolf and then you take his scythe and all the other werewolves are like, what the fuck? And then you're sitting there in the Colosseum fighting this endless hordes of werewolves with that fucking scythe. Oh my god, that shit was badass, man. That shit was tight. Ninja Gaiden 1, I was all about the Vigorian flail.
Oh, the flail. That was sick. I love that.
Dude, Ninja Gaiden 1, when you did that, what was that move called? The Cremator? Where he kind of just did like the Bruce Lee, where it was just, he just kind of did like 5,000 uppercuts with them in a row. And there'd be like 3 enemies around you, and he'd start doing it. And they'd all their heads would just start like getting uppercutted by the fucking Vigorian flail, and then like on one of them, like all 3 of their heads would pop off of their body at the same time.
Blood squirts out. It's awesome.
Oh, it's awesome. God, that was one of the most satisfying feelings, is hitting people with that fucking move,
The
man.
game was so violent.
It was incredible.
Didn't he also have like Vegas Claw type thing?
He had that
Yeah.
in
The Talon?
Yeah,
Fucking-
in
that was
Gaiden
cool.
too. Yeah. It was on his claws and his hands.
Yeah, that's tight.
That shit was that was a great thing about Ninja Gaiden 2, is like some strings like didn't do hardly any damage. But some strings like chopped off their limb, and if you chopped off one of their limbs, you could do like an obliteration technique to them, and you can just instant kill them. So he had like a slide when he had those claws, and it would almost always chop off one of their
Yeah,
legs.
it was cheap.
And then you just obliterate them after that. Oh my god. It did no damage, but it almost, oh god, don't get me started on that game.
Making me want to play that shit again.
That
Yeah, I
game,
know.
I haven't played it in forever.
I think when I'm done with this DMC, I may
You pop
play
it in.
Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yeah.
it was great. The Kasarigama, the sickle and chain,
Yeah, it's
That-
badass.
That thing is great. That one of the great techniques is like, you know that move where you can jump on top of their head? You like jump on top of their head and just bounce off of them.
Yeah, you jump
like
off their
stunned
head.
for a long time.
Yeah.
Like you do that to them and then they're stunned forever, and then you do a move where you chop off one of their limbs and just fuck them up. It's fucking tight. The Azuna drop.
Yeah, that's awesome. The sword is, I was gonna say the sword.
The Azuna drop. When you get the double swords too, oh shit.
The double swords were tight.
Yeah. So many cool weapons in that game.
The bosses were so hard in that shit.
Yeah. Especially in the first one.
Just like frustrating.
Yeah.
But when you won, like it was so satisfying.
Yeah.
It's one of the few modern games where you have to buy health regen shit. Like a lot of games, I'm the type of player where I'm conservative, where if I get a health regen thing, I'll be like, well, I'm going to save this potion for later, and then I never end up using it. That was one of the games where every fucking health potion counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get fucked up in Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
I remember playing Master Ninja on Ninja Gaiden 1. I was fighting Alma or whatever. The bitch in the church.
Oh,
yeah.
And it took me like 2 hours to beat her. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is insane. Like one mistake and you were just done. It was like, Jesus.
How come you don't play DOA then? Hayabusa's in it.
He's in it.
Yeah,
I would.
I
mean, everyone says the game's a bill, so I've never played it.
Why not become a DOA player?
I mean, there's no scene. There's no community.
Sonic Fox is good at it.
I guess.
Let's become DOA players.
I've mained the shit out of Ryu Hayabusa.
That's who you'd main?
I heard he was super good in all of them except for the last one.
I know the ninjas are usually good. That's what everyone says.
He's apparently top tier before because he like almost instantly launched you and you couldn't parry or reverse or whatever. So you just got launched in the air and he Nazuna dropping you to do a shit ton. There's nothing you could do about it.
I played the first one on Dreamcast. It was pretty cool.
The second one.
Oh yeah, DOA too. That's right.
Yeah.
I did that biker wrestler dude.
Wow.
That's why I made. Yeah. It was super easy to play.
That's who Tom mained.
Really?
Yeah.
You seen the DOA movie?
I've seen parts of it.
It's actually not bad.
Kevin Nash is in it.
Yeah, Nash is in it.
Wasn't he in Magic Mike?
He was. Yeah.
Did you see his junk?
No.
Oh.
Olivia Munn was naked in that, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's the only reason I saw it.
I've never heard of this.
It's for real. It's like 10 seconds, but it's worth it.
Kasumi in that movie looks like an alien.
She looked alright. Why do you think Japanese people look like aliens?
That particular type.
You said that a lot on this show.
That particular chick has that alien look. She looks like a fucking alien.
You said that numerous times about Asian.
Because it's true. No, not just... She, in particular, looks like an alien. Her forehead and that chick from the Wolverine looks like an alien.
I think that Christy chick is hot in that.
Yeah.
She's awesome. The movie's not bad. Check it out.
No one's gonna check it out.
Yeah, I know.
You think if there was a way that they found out that they could clone Jesus, do you think they should do it?
No.
I mean, it'd just be a guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that would be the question of...
Like, would that solve the,
Yeah, like, do we bring Jesus... Do we clone Jesus to see what the hoopla was about or not?
Like, see if he had mutant powers.
Right.
if he didn't, they'd just say, well, God, it's not the real, like, God didn't, it's not the true Son of God, so he doesn't have Jesus' power.
There is no way they would let him clone Jesus.
Like they have that, with that cloth or whatever that he apparently wiped his face with.
That's not actually real, but yeah. It's not real.
I heard it was real.
Yeah, this is why religion spreads, because they predict.
It's like it's got the face of Jesus on it.
Yeah, it's not real.
They said the carbon dating match.
Who's they? No, it's the opposite. The evidence says that it's not real.
Well, anyway,
This is how religion spreads. They predicted Hitler. They have the shroud, and it's all just bullshit. Why wouldn't you do further investigating on something that important?
What do you mean?
Like, wouldn't you look up? So you hear that they have evidence of Jesus, and you don't even look up the Shroud of Turin? You're just like, oh, okay.
I didn't say I believed it or not. I'm just saying if it really was his DNA on there and shit, and they were able to clone him, that was my question. Not, hey, do you believe the Shroud of Turin is real or not?
Do you think they should?
Yeah, you gotta clone his ass.
You want to clone Jesus?
Yeah, let's see what's going on.
2015 or whatever?
What if, and more importantly, what if you were the Pope and a scientist came up to you about this? You could actually use it as a means to say, hey, Jesus is back. The second coming. He was real. You all can hold that shit. Then they could match his DNA with this DNA on the Shroud of Turin.
People would go against that because it's like man's doing.
Yeah.
No, if they did it in secret, though, is what I'm saying. Say the Pope spot.
Like lie to everyone, basically.
Yeah.
The idea of playing gods never made sense to me. Like, people are like, oh, cloning's playing God. We would simply be using the intelligence that God gave us to come to its natural conclusion, and if God didn't want us to do that, we wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, isn't free will and having the intelligence to forge our own path, like, part of the point? Otherwise, what's the point of living at all? Never made sense to me.
I think cloning is a bill.
Why? It'll happen.
Wait, no, that's not what I mean. I mean, okay, they clone someone. It's just gonna be the material. It's gonna be a different person.
Yeah,
based on their experience.
Selling you otherwise.
It's not gonna be like a legit clone.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
I mean, it'll be like an
I don't
identical
think
twin.
people know that. No.
I think everyone knows that.
It's a different person.
Everyone knows. What are you talking
everyone
about?
knows that. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I want to make sure they know that.
Everyone, I think, no one listening to this. Oh shit, I didn't realize that.
Post if you knew that.
You know that was an episode in Star Trek.
What? Cloning
Like, the
Jesus?
Klingon Empire was in shambles. They were like getting, like, there was a civil war. And then they found the ability to clone pretty much their version of Jesus. And they did it, like, even like the Federation, like, it was, like, huge news throughout the entire galaxy. Everyone was like, holy shit, like, maybe, like, there is afterlife, like, the Klingon, like, prophet or god or whatever came back to life. And then they found, like, then the Federation or Captain Picard or whoever, they found out that he was actually cloned. But they did it just to unite the Klingon Empire and to stop the Civil War. Absolutely brilliant premise.
It is. Can you imagine living your life knowing you're a clone to Jesus?
Yeah, and then the other moral stipulation was, did that, just Jesus or whatever, did he realize what was going on?
Right.
Did he want to do it? And so he had to talk to Captain Picard. Captain Picard was the one I think that told him. That kind of opened his eyes on what the right thing to do was.
Picard gets shit done.
Dude, Picard is the shit.
That's what he does. Alright, I got a question. Kirk or Picard?
Picard.
Picard.
No question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Kirk is tight, though.
Kirk was more of like, he always was like fist fight someone. Kirk was more like Riker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if Picard is above Riker, aka Kirk, you know Picard's the shit.
They even said, like, that Riker was like Kirk in training.
Yeah.
They described him that way.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite character on Next Generation?
It's gotta be Picard.
Yeah. He's
I like-
Although all of them are awesome.
I like Data a lot. He was tight. That's the obvious one.
Q was a great character.
Q was a dick. I didn't like him.
He was every time there was an episode with Q, you knew it was gonna be good.
He annoyed me.
How did you not like him?
I didn't.
What's wrong with you?
Know it all.
Well, yeah, he's completely omnipotent.
So was he a god?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is he just, like, from a race of people that are like that?
I mean, it was a race of gods, pretty much.
That's crazy. And they're all named Q?
They're all just considered Q, yeah.
So is it one, like, intelligence, or is it individuals?
No, those individuals, I think. They're all part of the Q continuum. It pretty much means that they are so powerful that it was beyond our imagination and understanding.
Wow. Yeah, that always confused me.
Yeah. Worf with Troy was they're all awesome. There wasn't a
Worf was tight. Yeah.
Worf's kind of a Bill.
No, get the fuck out of
He's
here.
kind of a Bill.
He's not a
He was a
Bill at all.
badass.
It's super
They
cool.
talk about him being a badass. He's not actually a badass.
No,
He actually is badass.
He kicks some ass.
He literally could fight toe to toe with anyone in the Klingon Empire.
He spent more time getting bodied and putting people... Dude, he's the Kane of Star Trek.
He did get bodied a lot.
Yeah, he gets... Dude, think about
Whenever
it.
he got bodied, it was to show that such and such, whoever bodied him, was that strong or that powerful.
Exactly. And just like Kane, after years of doing that, no one cares anymore. The fifth time...
Okay, yeah, I mean...
bodied, and everyone's like, oh damn, this guy must be tough, they bodied Worf.
Okay, Worf versus a higher being. Yeah, I'm sorry. He's just Worf. He's not gonna take on
He's kind of a Bill.
Locutus or some shit.
He's definitely Kane.
Get out of here.
No, I like Worf.
All his traditions and... You learned a lot about Klingons and how interesting that...
Yeah, how
they made
tight
the
was
Klingons super interesting. Cause
Yeah, but
Worf-
Klingon fucking Starfleet. That's,
Do you know the name of that belt he wears?
Oh, that like...
That sash thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what
No.
that's called?
No, I forgot. It represents his family, though.
What's it called?
I don't know, I was asking.
I thought you
I was
knew.
hoping you wouldn't have it
Fuck.
organized.
I don't know offhand.
Would you main Worf?
Yeah, who would you name?
I gotta go with Picard, man.
What would he do?
I don't
What
know.
would his trait be?
I don't know.
Like outthink you? Like
Yeah, I don't know how that would work.
have a Flash type trait where he moves fast?
He wouldn't turn Borg?
Oh, he
That's
could
true.
turn into Locutus.
Yeah, he turned into Locutus.
I would main Data.
What would
Actually, I'd main Lore.
Troy would be good. She can, like, get in your mind and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Riker would be good.
Would alternate costume be shaved? and
Yeah,
he
no
melts
beard.
Yeah.
Dude, they need to make this game. An NRS Star Trek fighting game.
Geordi would be like, he'd be a zoner, he'd have all types of projectiles.
Shoot out of his visor and shit. Be awesome. You could have like the old series, like DLC.
Yeah.
Have that lizard monster.
Voyager and Deep Space Nine.
Did you ever watch Enterprise?
No.
I heard it sucked.
I heard it sucked. I never watched it. Voyager was alright.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It had some
Kind of. It's not.
The only good one is Next Generation.
I don't know about this reboot.
The
The first movie was good, but the second one I didn't really get into.
Yeah, the second movie just seemed like a typical action flick.
Yeah, it didn't have the Star Trek feel.
Yeah.
I miss the Next Generation crew.
Would the fighting game just be TNG or the other ones?
I think all.
I'd say just TNG.
No.
I don't give a fuck about those other characters.
Well, they can start with TNG and do DLC.
DLC, like Spock?
Yeah. Spock would sell a lot.
Spock would be broke. He'd hit
He'd be
Vulcan
like
death
Martian
grip.
Manhunter.
He'd be a grappler. He'd get that Vulcan death grip. It'd be over.
Crap.
Would Scotty be playable?
Yeah.
O'Brien.
Yeah.
O'Brien would have teleports.
Would Leslie Crusher be playable?
Oh God. He'd be like the assist for Dr. Crusher.
Would she be playable?
Yeah. It'd be both of them. It'd be like Noob Saibot and Smoke.
Oh, shit.
Captain Janeway be playable?
Nah, fuck her.
Scott Bakula?
I don't even know who the hell that is.
You don't know who Scott Bakula is?
The hell's that?
The captain from Enterprise.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Quantum Leap, dude.
Yeah.
fuck him. He sucks.
What do you mean?
Whatever. Get that guy.
Quantum Leap was the shit.
Quantum Leap is fucking tight, dude. Sam Beckett would be his DLC skin. That'd be awesome. Dude, Quantum, oh boy.
Think of it all.
Quantum Leap, man. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah.
That's a blow up, man.
Sam?
That's a blow up that you don't like Quantum Leap.
How do you not like Quantum Leap?
Yeah, how do you not like Quantum Leap?
Sam?
I've never seen it. I'm sure it's a bill.
What? You've never seen Quantum Leap?
Need to take that leap.
Jesus.
Do you really don't know anything about it?
It's great, dude.
Do you know the premise of it?
No.
It's a scientist that can leap in people's bodies. Like, let's say I'm Sam, I would leap into you, and to everyone else I would look like you, but it would be me, and my mission is to right a wrong in your life. Like, let's say you moving to St. Louis is a huge mistake, and in the future we know that it's a huge mistake. Like, let's say you're destined to do something else. I would leap into you and then change your decisions and live your life for like a week or whatever so that you do whatever it is you're supposed to do instead of move back to the loo.
Okay.
Or maybe Sam is in you now, moving back to the loo because it's the right thing to do.
Maybe.
I always wondered what happened to their actual conscience. Like,
I think they explain that it's in the computer or whatever.
but they're unaware of it?
Future, but they're unaware, yeah.
That's weird.
Remember there was an evil leaper?
Yeah. Listen to the reggae.
What the hell was that rap that just played?
Wasn't me.
That was me.
Reggae.
It's a huge shock to me that you've never seen Quantum Leap.
Who would you want to leap into in the Injustice scene?
Chris G.
16 minutes, Chris G all popping off and shit. Kiss my ass!
That would be good.
The leap.
Who would you leap into?
Theo.
Why?
Because he's good.
Just win Wednesday night fights?
Yeah.
But you won't wait. You actually, this doesn't work out because you wouldn't have his skills.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't get the
You don't have his mind. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you want to change something.
So yeah, I would basically ruin his reputation.
Yeah, you would.
Why is Theo using Cyborg and
Yeah,
getting
what's going on?
bodied this week? Yeah, that is weird how he doesn't have their skills.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably leap into... Who do I leap into? I leap into some sort of jobber.
And then do well with them?
Yeah.
It'd be fun if you leapt into M2 Dave and then won a tournament with Destiny.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I'd take him the whole time.
Now, when he leaps into Dave, does he have the accent automatically?
Yeah, he talks
Okay,
like him,
alright.
so it looks like them. No one knows that it's him except for...
That's right. That's right. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, Al is the only one that knows.
Yeah.
He was,
Did you know that show had an ending?
No, I never saw it.
And it's depressing.
Did he, get home?
No. Like, he basically meets someone that appears to be God, and then he does another thing. He saves Al's marriage, and then he leaps away, and the implication is that he could go back home anytime he wants, but God is using him to help people's lives, and he doesn't really realize it, and he leaps away, and then the black screen comes up saying, Sam never returned home.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to Ziggy?
Nothing, I don't think.
Oh,
He continues going, apparently.
I just remember that episode where he went into a chimp.
I do remember that, too.
And he used a gun as the chimp. I'm just tight. Talking about Quantum Leap. This show is awesome.
There's so many kids in this community that are going to be like, what are these guys talking about?
Yeah.
I bet the majority of people listening to this barely know about Next Generation.
Yeah, that's sad.
No, it's pretty well known.
But you think some 12-year-old like Sickness knows about Star Trek?
Yeah, they don't know anything about
Yeah,
that.
they don't know anything.
What was the best, Next Generation movie? First Contact? Nemesis?
Not Nemesis.
Nemesis was alright.
They're all kind of I'd say the first one, I
The
guess.
first one.
Generations?
Even that's
Yeah.
kind of a bill.
Yeah, they're all just okay. They all made me want to just watch an episode.
Yeah, the episodes were better.
Whoopi would be a good character.
Whoopi. I always thought it was weird how she wore that hat that looks like the Enterprise's saucer.
Would she have Sister Act costume as a...
Like a nun.
What? Her hat looked like the saucer?
Yeah.
It's a big hat.
I always thought it was to mimic the saucer.
I don't know about all that. Jesus.
I'm the only one that made that connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was all-knowing. She was an interesting character, too.
You like Whoopi, do you?
No.
What was her name in that show? It wasn't Whoopi.
I don't remember. I actually don't remember.
Just call her Whoopi.
Why is her name Whoopi?
I don't know.
Is that her real name?
Why would you name
Real name.
Whoopi?
No, it's not. It's not a real name.
I thought it was.
No, her real name's not Whoopi. Her
Huh?
real name's
It's a
Karen.
stage name.
Karen Elaine Johnson.
Huh, I didn't know that.
Gina. What was her name?
She won an Academy Award?
Yeah, she was hot shit for a little bit.
What is she doing now? Where is Whoopi Goldberg now?
She's on The View, I think.
Yeah.
I thought she left that a long time ago.
Oh.
Really? I don't know.
I don't know.
She's got the Predator dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched The View?
Yes.
What?
It was just on, and I was watching it. It was terrible. It's hard to watch.
If there was a View fighting game, who would you make?
Joy.
Yeah, she was gonna be mine too. She'd be awesome. Super liberal and shit.
Yeah.
She'd fight people with rationality. It'd be awesome.
Actually, the reason I watched it was because of that Elizabeth Hasselbeck chick.
She's stupid.
She is stupid as
She's
fuck.
super stupid.
They had a lot of drama on that show. They'd like argue with each other, make each other cry and shit.
Yeah.
It's kind of tight.
Slips, have you ever watched The View? Be honest.
No.
Be honest. Have you watched
Never watched The View.
more than 10 minutes of it?
Alright, real talk, I don't give a fuck. The View has had good interviews. Some of their political interviews and stuff are super interesting. Some of their political interviews, they can really get into hard-hitting issues. Fuck you, man. I've watched it.
You watched The View.
Yeah, fuck you, man. There's some of their political stuff's been really good.
Like
Fuck
what?
off, dude. Like, they've had interviews with politicians where they've grilled them. They've blown up people before. There's been some blow-ups. Barbara Walters, man, she's my girl, man. She doesn't fuck around.
Barbara Walters.
Yeah.
It's your girl?
Yeah. She's not fucking around, man.
Do you watch The View regularly?
No, I've never seen a complete episode. But I will say I've seen segments. If like in the news, it's like, yeah, this Republican got blown up by Barbara Walters. You have to look, Sarah Palin got humiliated again. I'll check it out. It's been good.
Yeah, they put people on blast.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like dude,
I can see it. I mean,
Whoopi's blown people up, man. There's been real talk with Whoopi. Like, she's not afraid to blow people up.
Real talk with Whoopi.
Whoopi has popped
Somehow
up.
just being real with someone named Whoopi is a little hard to believe.
I am 100% not kidding. They've had politicians on, and they've done. It's kind of like I would compare it to sometimes like how Jon Stewart is sometimes the best journalist around, even though he's a comedian. Like Daily Show sometimes has the most biting political commentary. Those chicks have really put people on blast and made them answer hard questions. The View, man. Fuck yeah. Fuck you guys. The View. Barbara fucking Walters.
Props for admitting that publicly.
I don't give a fuck, man. Barbara Walters would fucking body all of you.
Probably. We'll try to get her on this show.
Yeah, do you think we can get Whoopi on this?
Whoopi? No.
Have you ever seen Sister Act 2 back in the habit?
Yes. I rented it back in the day. I've seen the first one too.
I saw the first one.
The first one's
good.
Bad, yeah.
First one's good. They made a good point, man. Church music's boring as fuck. Make me a channel of your peace. Sucks. It's boring.
Alright.
I've seen a lot of Whoopi Goldberg movies.
Timestamp here. Pete does want to be on if we want him.
What are we going to talk about?
I don't know. Were you done?
Yeah.
How long has this been?
2 hours, 44 minutes.
We go longer or not?
Whatever you want. Made in America, have you seen that?
No.
You haven't seen it?
No, I don't know what that is.
It's with Whoopi.
Wasn't she in some sort of movie where she was with a dinosaur or some shit?
Yeah, what's that movie called? Yeah, it
Dinosaur.
was. Yeah.
Like an animated one?
No, it's like rubber, like the
It's like a puppeteered
Yeah.
dinosaur.
In the 90s?
I think
yeah,
so,
what
yeah.
the fuck is that called? Anyway,
I think
what else?
she was like a taxi driver or something like that.
What else?
Theodore Rex.
Oh, God.
I remember that shit. Oh my god. That's some stupid shit.
That was a terrible fucking movie. That might have been the movie that put her on the Hollywood Squares and stay there.
For like 5 years.
Yeah, you're the center square of Hollywood Square. That's the best you're gonna do.
Look at this fucking picture. I found the cover of it. Look at it. This is crazy. I can't believe we're talking about Whoopi Goldberg on this one.
He's kind of tight.
It's tight. Whoopi's tight.
Whoopi's kind of cool.
Now you all know why this show's going on hiatus.
Yes.
We've honestly
We've hit the
low
bottom,
point.
dude.
No, this Whoopi Goldberg stuff's the best material that we've had.
Is Whoopi Goldberg less of a bill than the real Goldberg?
I would take Whoopi Goldberg for her political activism and Star Trek appearances over Bill Goldberg.
Me too.
Goldberg made that movie Santa's Sleigh.
That was terrible.
You saw that?
I've seen parts of it on TV.
Oh.
He plays Santa Claus just murdering people. That's all that movie is. He plays a Jewish Santa that murders people.
A Jewish Santa.
They say that.
Wow.
I don't know. What should we have Pig on to talk about? I don't think.
I don't know.
No, let's just end it.
You want to just end it?
Yeah.
Should we end it with a game?
What game?
I don't know. What games are there?
Checkers.
Checkers?
What's your favorite board game?
Clue.
Good one. Like Candyland?
Who'd you main in Clue?
I like chess.
Chess is good. Like Colonel Mustard or whatever.
Yeah.
Mustard. I forgot
Who
about
did you
him.
main in Clue?
Professor Plum.
Yeah.
I think I like the nurse. Or not the nurse, the maiden or whatever. The maid.
There was a maid?
Yeah.
There was a maid, yeah.
I like the maid because she had big
Iron-
tits.
Miss White.
Miss White.
Miss White. Actually, I was her a lot, yeah. I mained girls in Clue.
Really?
Yeah.
Miss Scarlet. Miss Peacock.
Scarlet was fucking... I would mean that she's...
Mr.
Catwoman.
Green. Mr.
She's like
Green.
a femme fatale, yeah. Like she had the long red dress and she was
Yeah.
like all young and seductive.
She
and
was
shit.
hot, yeah.
Yeah, she was like fucking... She was tight, dude. Get the...
You guys
fuck
remember
outta
the
here.
movie?
Yeah?
Yeah,
I remember
it's
that shit.
weird.
Isn't it interesting how each region got a different ending?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, each...
And
it's-
on the video it had all the different endings.
Yeah, it's no other movie's actually done that. It's pretty unprecedented. Each region in the country got a different ending. Like someone else did it.
They should make more movies based on board games.
I don't know about that.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes, sorry.
Trouble. Why was Trouble the only game to implement that bubble with the dice?
I don't know, but I loved that fucking bubble.
That was genius.
All I would do was hit that bubble. Fuck the game.
I figured that was just going to be the standard from there on out.
Yeah. What happened to the bubble?
I don't know.
Shit was tight.
It was.
All right,
Monopoly's
let's
good.
start recording and let's talk about what we're going to talk about board games. Let's redo that.
Well,
Are
I'm
you ready?
sure-
I can just use that.
Yeah, he can just use that.
Shit.
Just ruined it. Now he's got to do more editing.
This is going to take a lot of editing.
Doesn't matter. I have timestamps, so I'm good. All that was part of the show.
Let's just do a game and end it.
Who would you main if it's Star Wars characters?
Vader.
Padme.
The fuck out of
God. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus.
Padme.
Yeah, man.
Padme.
Like what out-
Not Leia?
No, Padme, man.
Padme sucks.
Like what out?
You would actually
Natalie-
main a character in the prequels?
It's Natalie Portman.
Oh my
I
Jesus.
respect that.
Yeah, get out of here. It's Natalie
That's
Portman.
stupid. Why would no self-respecting Generation Y-er would fucking use a prequel character?
It's Natalie Portman.
I don't get
Not that gay
fuck.
makeup version from the first
Like
one
the
either. Like
Attack
episode.
of the Clones one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
horse shit.
Not Queen Amidala outfit.
Yeah, not Queen Amidala. That shit's dumb.
Like the white outfit.
Yeah, no, like episode 2. Now, Princess Leia would be tight.
Leia was awesome.
Her throw would be choking you with that fucking chain she was chained up on.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Would Jabba be playable?
Yeah.
I think he'd be a bonus stage. He'd be like the car.
I agree, you'd beat on him.
That'd be
And
cool.
while you're beating on that little thing, it's like,
That thing scared me when I was a kid.
I hated that guy because he was so evil. I was like, you're a little piece of shit. I could probably drop kick your ass.
Dude, was he like a part of Jabba?
No.
Connected to it?
no.
I thought it was like his tail or something.
No, it's just
No.
a fucking troll. It was
Yeah, it's
literally a
just
troll.
guy.
It just
He's
laughs
like,
at you.
He's like the MIT of DJT.
Like pokes out fucking 3PO's eye.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, what a douche. I hated him. I was like, man, if you didn't have the protection of fucking Jabba, I would be bodying your ass.
What service does he provide for Jabba?
He's just like strolling
Like
people.
scratches his back or something.
He laughs at his jokes.
Yeah, he does.
Laughs at Jabba's harshness. Who do you think Newbie would use?
The Rancor.
Yeah. One of those fucking tauntauns or whatever, those big
Oh yeah.
Scotch things.
Tauntauns.
Yeah, aren't those what those are called?
You mean Wampa?
Those
Wampa.
Wampas, yeah. Tauntaun is the
Wampa.
thing. It's like tauntaun is that thing that they cut open.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, you're gonna give him like a horse type thing?
Wampa, yeah, I think he'd play a Wampa.
Like down one Earthshaker with a Wampa.
That would be awesome.
That name is tight.
Wampa is a
Wampa.
great name.
Who would Tyrant main? Lando?
Lando.
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's
Yeah.
He's cool, because he's cool.
Lando
He's
was
swag.
cool. Yeah.
Who would
You-
PPJ main?
PPJ would, main,
Sounds weird.
you know in Admiral, in the Return of the Jedi, the Admiral Akbar and that weird looking Mexican thing that was by his side?
Yeah.
Probably made him.
Is he? Are you talking about the thing that flies with Lando at the end?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. That's
Like
exactly what I was thinking too.
The hand face dude.
Yeah. Or if he was in the game, he would main that little Jabba thing.
Yeah. Admiral Akbar would be cool.
Yeah. Who
I
would Max?
agree.
He'd have all types of projectile traps. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Throw out a bomb. It's a trap.
Who would Max main?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I think Max would main Chewbacca.
Yeah, you can see.
Yeah, that makes
have,
sense.
Like armor and shit. Chewie.
Who would Tom Brady main?
Luke.
Really?
Yeah, I could see him in Luke. That was boring as shit answer.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I'm still trying to think of characters. You got Boba Fett would be good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
IG-88 would be good. The Bounty Hunters. I guess
R2-D2.
he'd get bodied.
Greedo in there.
Great. Oh yeah.
What is his power? That he shoots first?
He shoots first.
Body?
He shoots first. He always wins the projectile war.
Yeah. Always wins the trade.
Obi-Wan, he'd be good.
Yeah.
Old one or the
Old.
Both.
Yeah.
I'm thinking original trilogy. You could made an Ewok.
The hitbox would be all fucked up.
You could do like an Ewok Jawa combination. It'd be kind of cool.
Jawas were tight.
Jawas were cool.
Yeah.
I liked them.
Would you main a Tusken Raider K7?
Yes.
That's a good one.
They fucking look like Cabal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's Cabal.
Yeah.
Have the Nomad Dash.
Yoda, he'd be cheap.
Yoda.
Yoda'd be like Ivan Ooze.
The Emperor in there.
Yeah, he'd be cool. He'd be a hardcore zoner. That's Dave's character.
Yeah. He would play with him.
Yeah.
Remember Darth Vader in Soul Calibur 4?
Yeah.
Yeah. I liked it.
I thought I hate the Soul Calibur guest characters.
No, it was fine.
They're always stupid.
Vader was the best one out of them.
No, his apprentice was.
Well, he was broke.
Yeah, he was broke.
I like those Force Unleashed games. I thought both were pretty cool.
I only played the first one. It was alright.
The first was probably a little bit better than the second.
I didn't like those games.
I thought they were
They
pretty
were
cool.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't like it, the fact that the Force Unleashed wasn't really the Force Unleashed. It was them just abusing the physics in the fucking video game. It was
Well,
pretty much
it's not
everyone.
real.
It was just pretty much the gravity weapon in what the hell, whatever that game was.
Oh, Half-Life.
Yeah, it's like everyone just using the gravity
Well,
weapon.
what else could they do? They
Yeah,
had lightning power.
Force Unleashed my ass.
Alright.
Alright, you're really emotional about this.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah, calm down.
Dog shit.
Video game. Force
He's
is
like
not
picking
real.
up TIE fighters and throwing them at people. I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
It was tight.
That's dumb. They pretty much that guy was more powerful than anything.
Yeah,
that
that was
we've
the
seen.
idea.
Dumb.
I don't care about the lore.
So I care about the lore. I like Star Wars. I'm passionate about Star Wars.
Why? It's not like you're a huge fan.
I was a huge Star Wars fan.
The prequels ruined it for you?
Prequels ruined it for me.
Really?
I knew so much about Star Wars, like, in high school, that people would give me a question, and literally I had an encyclopedia of Star Wars. I was like, you can pick any question in there, and if you ask me a question I don't know, then I won't talk about Star Wars for the rest of the day.
Really?
And rarely did I not know the answer. Like, I used to know everything about Star Wars.
Did you read, like, the extended universe shit?
I read a few of the books, yeah.
Read the comics and shit?
Not the comic. Well, I read a few of the comics, but
Were you upset when Chewie died?
no.
Okay.
I didn't really ever like Chewie anyway.
Really?
Nah.
How do you not like Chewie?
Yeah, how do you not like Chewie?
I've never heard anyone say that
Yeah.
ever.
Even, like, my mom likes
Chewie was a Bill, you're saying?
He's a
Yeah.
Bill.
How was he a Bill?
Blithering
A
idiot.
7 foot tall fucking
Do you know why
dog.
he's Han?
what?
You know
Yeah.
why?
He was a slave and Han rescued him. And he's like, it's a life debt.
Right.
Everyone knows that. That's not impressive trivia knowledge at all.
So are they friends or is he just a slave to Han?
Yeah.
They're
That's why he's a
friends,
Bill.
What do you mean? Why is he a Bill?
Yeah. He's a slave.
How does Han understand him?
He knows kayaking or whatever that shit is.
Kayakin.
Shaq or whatever. What's the fucking planet called?
I don't know. Kayakin.
I don't know.
He knows Kramakin.
What's the fucking planet called? Kaishak?
Something like that.
I don't know. Slips, shouldn't you know that?
I don't remember. It's been too.
You're on blast.
Yeah, you're on blast.
It was a long time ago.
So far, I know more Star Wars trivia than you.
It's been a long time.
So when like episode 1 came out, were you all excited? And then you
Yeah, did you like
saw
camp
it?
out?
Yeah.
Like one of those guys that were
I was one of those delusional people because I loved Star Wars so much that I actually thought it was good.
When did you realize it was a bill?
I actually stood by it for a long time.
Really? After
Yeah.
you saw it,
Yeah.
you tried to convince yourself it was good.
I was to this day I will argue that Phantom Menace does have the best lightsaber fight in any Star Wars.
No.
I think so.
No.
That was incredible. That lightsaber duo was incredible. No lightsaber fight has told a story as much as that one has.
Did you realize it was a build after episode 1 or like the whole trilogy? Then you
I knew the prequels were going to be a bill after episode 2, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, this really is bad. After episode 2, I was like, damn, like this is getting ugly, and it's probably not going to get better. And it didn't.
I like 2 and 3 way more than the first one.
How can you not like the lightsaber fight?
I mean, it was
Phantom Menace?
alright, but
it's alright.
Alright.
Yeah, it's alright. It's
How's
whatever.
it's not whatever.
It's whatever.
They're literally, the door opens up, Darth Maul's standing there, and everyone's like, holy shit, and only the 2 Jedis are just like, we'll take care of this, you guys go the long way. And then they're both fighting him, and he's fucking fighting them, they go into that big cylinder room, he kicks one of them off, and he's one-on-one with Qui-Gon. Qui-Gon chases him off into those force fields, and they have to wait in between the force fields, and Qui-Gon's meditating, and it's fucking badass because he's on the good side, and then Darth Maul's just pacing back and forth, being all intimidating because he's dark side, and then fucking Obi-Wan's scrub ass is just sitting there waiting because he's an idiot. And then Obi-Wan gets caught between the force fields again, and he has to watch Qui-Gon fight him one-on-one and die. Oh, it was fucking tight. And as soon as Darth Maul killed him, he knew he got him. As soon as he killed him, he didn't even look at Qui-Gon. He just immediately looked at fucking Obi-Wan like that look, like, you're next, motherfucker. You are done. I just killed your fucking master. That was fucking awesome. And then Obi-Wan had to fight him, and Obi-Wan was getting bodied. Obi-Wan had some shit. I was actually annoyed that Obi-Wan looked mad.
yeah, they're not
So he
supposed to
actually
get
ended
mad.
up doing better. I was like, wait a minute, didn't he just embrace the dark side there?
Yeah, that's his rage.
Yeah, like, that kind of was like bullshit to me, but
But he was young then.
the choreography was fucking awesome. I was hyped watching that shit.
My problem with that is that they were like B players. Like, it doesn't mean anything in the long run. Like, Darth Maul doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, who is he? What's his deal?
You don't know anything about him.
He's the apprentice of the Emperor.
Yeah, and he got bodied in his first movie.
Yeah, it was a shame the way he died. It was
Yeah.
dog shit. I didn't like the way it ended. I mean, that was dumb.
Although, he didn't really die in that, according to, like, the comic.
Yeah, in the lore, he's still alive. It's stupid.
He has robot legs.
Yeah, it's
That's
dumb.
stupid.
He
He's
might
only
be
the
in
bottomless
episode
Literally
pit.
the most violent part of the entire movie. You see blood spray everywhere, and he
You don't
falls.
see, there's no blood at all.
There's no blood.
There's blood. There's a
No,
spray
there's
of
not.
blood.
No.
There's
No,
a
there's
spray of
not.
blood when he
No,
gets
there's not.
stabbed.
It's cauterized or whatever.
No, there's not. There's no blood.
How much do you want to bet?
A lot.
I don't remember.
Okay,
blood.
all right. You're gonna owe
There's
me.
no blood.
There's blood.
There's no blood.
There's a spray of blood.
No.
Yep.
There's no blood.
Look it up.
Looking it up now.
You're gonna be on blast.
All I remember is when he fell down in the well, he looked stupid. It was
Yeah,
like
that looked
CG. Yeah. Darth Maul was tight looking though. I'll give him-
And I liked the pod racing. I thought the pod racing.
No.
That was so
terrible.
boring. Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty interesting concept. It was like chariots, but with engines.
It's just drug on and on.
Yeah.
I guess, but I
That
thought that was
kid,
pretty.
that fucking kid was so annoying. I remember the first like 10 minutes I watched it, I was like, am I in the right fucking movie? It didn't even feel like Star Wars. I hated the first one.
There is blood.
Yeah, dumbass.
I never noticed that. It's not when he's falling apart.
Yeah, the spray of blood.
It's super subtle.
Hold that.
Like CGI blood.
Yeah, it's definitely CGI. It's dumb. It's barely anything. You sold us a bill.
Bullshit! You said there was none at all. Now that there is, you're saying I'm a bill? Get the fuck out of here.
It's
You're
not
the one
very
who's a bill.
impressive. It's not very impressive.
It's not. I didn't say it was fucking Mortal Kombat.
You brought it up as a talking point.
I didn't say it was a talking point.
You're like, oh, there was blood. Oh my god. blood everywhere.
I literally didn't say that.
Yeah, you did. You hyped it up as a
Shit.
talking point.
No.
You did talk about
Yeah, you
I
talked it
talked
up.
it up. I said he got chopped in half.
so there was fellow blood.
You said there was blood
I actually said the way he died was a Bill. I wasn't like, oh, it was so badass, all the blood.
This movie's a Bill.
Yeah. And then what really pinned it is when I saw the Plinkett reviews. I was like, Jesus.
Those are awesome, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're better than the movie.
They are. They are.
Have you seen his Titanic one?
Mm-mm.
They're not as good. The other ones are never as good.
Yeah. He doesn't have the passion as he did
Yeah.
in the Star Wars ones.
You can tell.
Like, it really hurt him.
Yeah.
It hurt a lot of people. It hurt me.
Are you excited for the new ones? I'm not at all. They're gonna suck.
I
They
kinda
won't.
am.
They won't be the same.
I don't know. I don't want to get my hopes up, but when I see that first trailer with fucking old Luke lighting up a lightsaber, I'm gonna pop a boner. And you will too.
Mark Hamill
You
looks-
will too.
Mark Hamill looks really bad now.
So? It's old Luke?
It's like seeing Bret Hart wrestle now. It
Old
sucks.
Cody Fisher doesn't look good either.
Yeah.
Well, they're playing like 60, 70-year-olds, so...
I don't want to see 70-year-old Luke.
Well, they better get used to it. They're doing a shitload of movies.
Yeah, they're
They're
gonna
doing
run
like a
into it
Boba
now.
Fett spinoff and all kinds of shit.
Who the fuck wants to see a Boba Fett spinoff?
I don't know about that.
More like Bill of Fett. Like,
Really?
yeah.
Really did that. Bill of Fett.
Boba Fett was cool. What's your problem?
He's in like, he has no real line. There's nothing to him. He's just like, that guy's kind of cool.
The guy that captures Han Solo and takes
I
him to
don't wanna
Jabba.
see-
He looked cool.
Yeah, he just looks kind of cool. It's no reason. I don't want a game based on it.
He was in Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah. He was a boss on it.
Yeah, he was tough too.
He was tough. That game's aiming sucked.
Yeah, it did. It was hard to fucking walk.
No, it was a good game though.
Yeah, it was a cool game.
Back in the day.
The vehicle, whenever you were in a vehicle, they did that part really well.
Yeah, the Hoth level.
Hoth was awesome.
It-
The last day, like anytime you were in a vehicle,
First N64
Some of the
game I ever
platform.
had.
third person shit was whatever.
Yeah, it sucked. Alright, should we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's do a game and wrap it up.
What game?
I don't know.
I don't have a game.
Let's think of a game.
We could do the name game where we each ask each other 3 names.
Let's just wrap it up.
Alright, fuck it. Alright, do you have any parting words for the community? As we drift into the sunset? As we leap on with Ziggy? I'm talking...
No, not
No.
really.
Not anything I've already said.
Alright. Bye. That's it! Alright, what's up guys? I'm gonna take off the K7 gimmick for a minute here. I'm gonna talk to you just as Robert. I'm recording this ending after the show here. Some stuff I wanted to say. You know, I started this podcast back in October 2011. Never thought it'd go this long, never thought it'd get this big. I just wanted something for the community to have like this, because I was a fan. And I wanted to hear from these people, like these characters I saw on stream, these people I played online. This community has really embraced this show as a voice and a platform to get to know these people. And I think for what it's worth, we had an overall positive effect just by doing this wacky show. Or at the very least provided some entertainment to get through your workday and shit. I'm very proud of KTP and what we've accomplished. To 16-Bit and Slips, I want to say thanks for doing the show, being fun to talk to and educating the community. And for anyone who has ever listened to our show, posted in the thread, bought a t-shirt, all that shit, I want to thank you directly. Because when I started this shit, I wasn't sure that anyone would listen, but you guys did. And I also want to encourage you guys to continue on with the podcasts and stuff. Pick up where we're leaving off, because that shit is important. I think I'm going to make a guide on how to record so anyone can do it. But, yeah, I just wanted to say that. We will be back at some point. Don't know when, but until then, this is K7 of the Kombat Tune Podcast, signing off.
Do you think you could put your dick through the lens of the projector?
I wouldn't recommend it. It gets hot.
What?
It gets hot.
You've tested this then?
Well, I mean, you can feel it. I didn't put my dick on it.
You think people would know that's your dick?
What? The shadow of your dick? Like Godzilla?
People be like, "Wow, what is that?" Everyone would be looking at your cock.
Be cool.
You think they mistake it for a finger or something at
Yeah,
first?
they think it's a finger or something.